That's what with my headphones.
Oh, no.
Anyone hear that?
Hear what?
Oh, jeez. When it comes to Summer Jam Superstars, Terry.
Superstar.
Nothing makes you tingle more. Yes.
I did see Kendall trip over your headphones a little bit ago. So.
Uh-oh.
Did you trip over my headphones? You know, if that's what you're here for, if that's what your summer internship's about breaking essential equipment like this, let me tell you, you're going to be a valuable commodity around here.
Vandalizing the studio.
And you got a little smile on your face like you think it's funny. You think it's funny?
Maybe they need to be plugged in better or something.
Plugged in better?
I don't know.
Yeah, push it.
Start from there. Work our way out.
I'm running out of these headphones.
No, I know.
I don't even know if I have any more. They don't. They're out of production, Terry.
Right. And didn't you have to buy a bunch on eBay or something?
And a couple of she breaks one more thing, she's out of production.
Whoa! We're retiring her. Pulling the plug on Kendall.
What if she breaks wind?
What did she step on? What was the exact maneuver that happened?
I don't know what
here?
stepped on, but she tripped and kind of tugged on him.
You tugged on him?
Oh.
You think that's funny?
No, I don't.
Okay, good.
Not the headphones you're supposed to tug on.
What'd you tug on? That's not what your internship's about.
No.
Steven read the job description. What'd you tug on?
Well,
what happened? You were trying to collect your balance, and in doing that, you ruined the most essential piece of equipment in the studio?
Oh, besides your microphone, of course.
Well, if I can't hear myself, what's the point of talking, Terry?
Oh, that's true.
I mean, if you're not wearing them,
I'm my biggest fan. What's that, Steven?
How does she trip on them if you're not wearing them? I mean, they're on the console, right?
Them. They were on the console. What happened? Describe exactly what happened. Reenact what happened. Go ahead. Stand up.
Oh.
Show me what happened.
You're going to have to take your
because
headphones
now I
off.
Huh?
You're going to have to
No, she could use a different pair of headphones.
Okay.
What, do you want to break them twice?
Double break.
Bonus break. Go ahead. Show me what happened. Don't come near me. Do it at the other end of the studio. Go ahead. Show me what happened. You lost your balance because you're all lushed up. And what happened? What happened?
I was reaching up here.
Right.
CD,
Yes.
And grabbed over to grab the shark.
I like what you've done there. Yes. Yeah, sure. Nice skirt. What's it on?
The thing was hanging.
The thing was hanging?
The thing was hanging.
Yes, we're supposed to talk about that after the show.
Okay.
Yeah, what's that now? When did you show me how you fell?
I didn't fall. My skirt hit the cord.
Oh, her little skirt.
Yeah.
Your skirt hit the cord? Well, when did you start pulling on my cord? Huh?
I wasn't pulling on the cord. My skirt hit the cord, and they were hanging off the side of the console.
And you had to catch them, or you had
dropped.
They dropped on the floor.
Oh, the big drop.
And now I got all kinds of noise
and stuff.
Noise. What do you call it? Noise distortion in my headphones.
Noise.
Not white noise. It's noise distortion. I know what I'm saying. Don't try to help me. Help me. White noise would be just every time that I open my mouth, Terry.
Yes.
I hear, like, distorted sounds.
Right. Are you kind of echoing it all?
White noise would be when I'm not talking, I would hear, like, a...
Right.
I'm not hearing that. That's not the problem.
And then you hear Steven is the devil. And
Well, if I play myself backwards, yes.
Are you kind of echoing it all when you talk?
No, Terry, don't try to help.
Okay.
I'm very clear on what's happening
It's
here.
distorted noise.
You want to use my headphones so you can find out?
No, I'm fine.
That'd be cool if it was echoing.
I believe you.
Can you make sure next time you fall, you break Terry's headphones?
But see, my
Can you do
headphones
that,
are all the
please?
way over here, though.
Was this part of your summer internship?
No.
She's already stressed out about her summer internship.
Why
so-
are you stressed out? What's wrong?
Oh, Lordy.
What's going wrong?
Drama.
Tell me what's wrong. What's the drama in your summer internship, aside from... Go ahead.
It's just been a rough day. but
Why? It's been a rough day.
And it just started.
That's when you know that it's going to be a really...
All right, how has it been a rough day so far? What? What?
Well,
Answer me! Oh, listen to that distortion.
Oh,
Just
God,
terrible.
lots
Yeah.
of distortion.
Yeah, and I got to deal with this all morning now because you're having a rough day?
Well, it
No,
sounds
I'm
good to the
fine.
rest of us.
Yeah, but it doesn't sound good to him, and that's what's
Right.
most
No, I
important,
understand.
Stephen.
Terry
I
gets
get
it
it.
after all this
get it?
time.
I do
Wow.
get it. I'm just wanting him to know that.
Man, Steven's still not on board. All right, how's it been a rough day?
well, there was a lot. Yesterday, I think the thing that Terry's
Yesterday.
referring to is there was a mix-up with my paycheck, but we'll
Mix-up?
get it all handled today, I guess.
Handled. What kind of mix-up has there been with your paycheck?
I'm not my first paycheck for the summer has come, and it's not what it was supposed to be.
They shorted you, obviously.
Wow.
Yes. They told her.
Paid her too
when,
much.
You know. This is what she
I
told
don't think
me.
you react this way if they pay you too much. All right. We'll get all those details in a second. Is there anything else that's bothering you?
I think I'm just stressed out, but
Why are you
it's not
stressed out?
affecting the show at all. So we'll
Oh, it's
move
not?
on. Well, it won't
I'm
be
glad- I'm
next
glad
Broke his headphones. But not affecting the show.
Yes, I'm glad you made that evaluation. Very nice.
How can you be so stressed at 20?
Okay.
How can you be so stressed at 6:20?
I know.
Maybe she's stressed because she's turning 21 in a couple of weeks. And there's no big bang moment because she's already done all the things 21-year-olds. I mean, could she drink any more than she does? No.
No. Well, although on her MySpace, she says she doesn't drink.
Well, come on.
Really?
Yes.
Did you see her at Summer Jam, Terry?
No, I know.
Man, she had to be taken out in a stretcher. Anyhow.
Stretcher.
No smoke, no drink.
Hopefully I can fix these things. If not, there's going to be a problem. Anyhow, we have any backups, Pasty? Here in the studio or no?
I think we do have another, an older pair of yours.
An older pair, but not a newer pair.
Not a newer one, no.
Well, guess what you're going to do today? Guess what your project is,
Right
Ken
now
Doll?
to the store.
No, there's no store to get it at. That's the problem.
They don't make them.
You're going to go on eBay. You're going to write down the serial number that's on my right ear right here. And you're going to find me someone who's selling one of these things that they don't even make anymore.
Brand new, though.
Yeah, with their greasy hair residue all over it.
Sweet.
Nasty.
People's ear juice.
Hopefully you'll find one that has the packaging still intact. You know what I'm saying?
Shrink wrap for your protection.
Shrink wrap.
Gonna get them in a Crown Royal bag or something.
They still work good.
Katie Couric officially moves on to the evening news this morning. Co-workers toasted her on her final Today Show.
Wow.
Toast, toast.
That was a big moment, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great.
That I unfortunately missed.
Oh.
Darn it.
You saw it, Steven?
I saw a little recap of it.
Is that right? Big moment for you and the fam watching Katie's last moment? You don't remember where you were for years when Katie left the show?
I was sitting on my couch having a nice Asian chicken salad as I was
Why? Asian chicken salad.
enjoying my afternoon.
A self-made Asian chicken salad, I imagine.
Well, yeah.
Who the hell makes himself an Asian chicken salad? You go out, you get a nice Asian chicken salad.
Okay.
You make one in your home, do you, Terry? Well, you're
don't.
Asian.
I am.
You don't even make one in your home.
No, I
How
don't.
can Steven make one if he's not Asian?
Well, it was a white chicken salad.
It's a white guy
Obviously,
chicken salad.
not a very authentic chicken salad
No.
of the Asian variety.
Not at all.
What would you say makes it Asian?
The little wontons.
Oh.
The little wontons.
Crispy wontons.
Yes. Some call you a crispy wonton, Steven, even though you're not Asian.
They're good. I mean, I basically don't even put the lettuce and the chicken in there. Just eat the wonton.
Right, now where the hell is Kendall, by the way? Why is she not in the studio? Where did she go? She's what?
Front desk.
Doing what?
I think last time I seen her, she was on eBay.
Uh-huh. Well, she's supposed to be on eBay in this studio.
Yeah,
What
why
is
isn't
what's
she?
with her?
I don't know, dude. She's a weird chick.
I didn't think you wanted me in there.
Yes. Has she got that little sobbing mode going on at the front desk?
Yeah, like, I don't want to talk about it. I'm like, oh, geez, whatever.
Jeez, whatever.
Not again.
Vinny's
She's like this every other day.
Did she so she's a drama queen is what you're saying?
A little bit.
Did she confide in anyone as to why she's so upset this morning? Anyone have any information besides? I don't think it's just her paycheck. It's something else. I think she's at the point now. She's been broken up with her boyfriend for about 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
Something like that?
This is the
Going on
point where you stop forgetting all the things that bothered you about the boyfriend.
Right.
And you start getting a little lonely. And you start remembering the actual things you kind of liked. And you start missing them.
Oh, that's a good point.
That's where I think she is now.
Oh, gosh. Are the bonbons right around the corner?
She woke up this morning and she felt alone, and she started thinking about some stupid things that he used to do that she liked, and she's feeling a little lonelier, and she misses him. And this is the point that it happens for everyone
Right. Yes. Yes.
when it
But-
comes
but
to a
it'll-
breakup.
But it'll happen many times over. You know what I'm saying?
But
I mean,
did she confide in anyone, anything else?
Yes.
Yes, she did. Oh, gee, she confided in you,
Yes.
knowing that you'll roll over on her as soon as I ask you to?
Well,
Do
you
it.
know. Actually, she told me 2 different things. She told me about the paycheck thing.
The paycheck thing we'll take care of. I'll
Okay,
take care of
all
that.
right,
Don't
all
worry
right.
about it. She
Because
doesn't-
I was like,
she knows not to worry about that.
Well, because I told her, I said, that's really ridiculous, too.
Right. If they underpaid her, trust me, if they have a problem with it, I'll just say, hey, listen, you
Right.
pay her what you promised her,
Right.
or that's that.
Right.
We're all done.
Right. And then she
how
also
long?
really.
For Kendall, that's pretty good.
That's right. I mean, well, it's not going to come to that. It's probably not a big difference, right? What's the difference in how much they shorted her? How much can it be? She only makes minimum wage, right? Or $8 an hour.
No, that's what they told her they were going to pay her, and they're not paying her that.
And what are they paying her?
Like 7.
How much lower could they get?
60 something.
Oh, so they're paying her. That's like minimum wage.
Yeah, minimum wage.
So
They
she
told
was
her-
promised $8 an hour, and they gave her $7.60 something.
Yeah.
If you round it up, it's $8 an
Oh,
hour.
jeez, stupid.
So,
At least you look at the bright side,
so
right?
they probably shorted her about $25.
Something like that. I guess I don't know.
That's
I'm not
ruining her
saying-
day?
Well, no. That's not just ruining her day.
Would you get it? Vinny, could you please go find her? Yes, go to the front desk, wipe up her tears.
Yeah.
And tell her we'd like to see her. That's all right. Okay.
Her little
She's by the door now? Oh, here she is.
Oh, yeah, she's...
Now, I hope you are aware, Kendall. First of all, you're late for the segment.
I was at the door right as
No, you were late for the segment because you're not inside the studio where the segment started. So not only have you broken my headphones this morning,
Oh, my gosh. It's
but
just
now you're late for a segment.
piling on top.
Do you want to explain why you're late for the segment?
I was buying you new headphones.
On eBay, you found some?
Yeah,
Are they new or are they used?
they are used.
I don't want...
Oh, no.
Print out the description, please. Why are you not doing them in here? Why do you have to go outside of the computer? You want to be by yourself right now? You need some Kendall time?
No, Dave was on the computer, so I didn't.
Why is everything whispered?
Sorry.
Okay. Now, Terry says she knows one of the reasons you're upset this morning, and she's about to roll over on you like just an outright traitor.
Then I get to roll over on.
Whoa.
Did you confide in her anything this morning about why you may be upset? I have my own personal opinion as to why you're upset. We can get into that later. I'll explain it to you on the air. But Terry seems to think that you told her something that she's about to unveil to us because she has no loyalty to you. Now, do you remember telling her anything this morning that you're a little concerned about, or no?
I always talk to Terry a lot before the show. What was?
Because you confide in her like a big sister or a mother, or how do you take that relationship?
Big sister.
Big sister.
Wow.
Well, big sister is about to tell the loudmouth brother everything.
I confide in Terry like a great grandma.
Thank you.
So are you aware of what you told Terry, that she's about to tell us all?
All right, let's let Terry tell the story.
So you are aware? So it could only be one thing, is what I'm asking.
Probably.
See, I think you woke up this morning missing your boyfriend. I think you're at that 2-3 week period of the breakup where you stop forgetting all the things that bugged you about him, and all you remember are the little stupid, little googly happy moments you had.
Oh, he used to take his hand and push away my hair from my face.
Well, that's a big moment.
Oh.
How can you not miss that?
Oh, I know. And then...
She hasn't been able to see for weeks.
I know. She's
The hair's
blind.
covering her eyes.
I know.
Yes.
Do you think you'll still confide in Terry after today?
Is that the reason why
No,
you may be a
not
little
at
sad
all.
this morning? That you're missing him a little bit?
No.
All right, maybe you don't even realize it. And Stephen wants to know if you'll ever confide in your big sister again.
I don't know about that. Not if she's going to spread my business everywhere.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
I'm going to spread my business everywhere.
Relationship. You can't just mess everything up.
Okay, well, anyway.
You realize that's why none of us ever talk to each other?
She doesn't
We
get
don't want
that
this
part yet.
situation.
Yeah, she doesn't get it.
Oh.
Well, you're going to have to stare at Terry all morning long, or at least for the next half hour, knowing that she has the information, and she's going to give it to us. Terry has no choice now but to hand over the information as to, it's probably something stupid, as to why you're upset this morning, or one of the main reasons. All right? But she's not going to tell us right now.
Okay.
I got to know what it is.
I want to know about my headphones.
The used ones that she just bought?
Go to the computer and print out which you put a bid
Where are
on.
you
You
going?
put a bid out for me. Go to that computer right here.
Just ask Pasty nicely. And
I mean, what is Pasty doing on the computer that can't be just terminated for a couple of seconds?
Jessica Alba can wait.
okay.
You can sit right here. Hang on.
Clear off a spot for you.
Yeah, right here on my face.
Whoa.
What else is going on in the world, please, Terry?
Jessica
Please.
Simpson and Nick Lachey
I beg
divorce
you.
news. According to TMZ.com, Jessica has apparently offered Nick $1.5 million to settle their marriage and to end it all.
Mm-hmm.
And we all know that Nick is entitled to half under California law.
Craziness.
I know.
So she offered him how much?
$1.5 million. When in 2004 alone, Jess pulled down $30 million.
So she's pretty much insulting him with offers.
Yeah.
She's pretty much taunting him.
She's like, take
how-
the best bet. This is the best deal you can get.
Even though it sounds like a lot, she's indicating to him how worthless he is by offering him $1.5 million when they together made
No, just her alone made $30 million.
$30 million.
But he can get half of that.
Who knows how much they raked in for that military special?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it seems like it should be billions.
It was so special.
Mm-hmm.
It energized the whole country, really.
And then just confirm that Nick will not ask for spousal support. He wants everybody to know that. And all
That's
of
very
his
important that
friends,
everyone knows that. Yeah, it's pretty insulting to be.
Yeah, well, because there's rumors about that.
Yeah, pretty embarrassing to be getting spousal support from the wife that you were married to, Terry.
Right.
If you're a man, no man wants everyone talking behind your back of how you're getting spousal support. We're not at that point in this world yet where men can confidently walk down the street with others knowing that they're getting spousal support from their ex-wife.
Right.
I think I'm okay with it.
No, I'm okay with it, too. If you don't have to work or anything, that'd be great.
15 million? I don't mind.
I'm referring to the masses.
Okay.
You two, yes, we know you're the exception.
We understand that you two have no ability to be humiliated at all.
Go to the Mongolian Grill and have her pay for it every time. That'd be great.
Yes, I'm a wussy. Whatever. I'll be in my pool.
Also,
Of course, Schwager's on the line, Terry, talking about how his stress trumps Kendall's stress. It's amazing how 20-year-olds can be stressed out there. The last thing on your mind when you're 20 is stress.
what
First thing on your mind should be getting laid.
Okay.
All right, Schwager?
Who's buying me beer?
Well, no.
The only thought that consumed my mind when I'm 19, 20 years old, Terry, is how I'm going to finally have sex. That's the thought I had, because I was a virgin at
Right.
Schwager's age. Not by design, but because that's the way things worked out for me, unfortunately.
Right.
I wasn't able to find any woman that was willing to have sex with me. So it was either become a rapist, which I chose not to do.
Good.
Well, that was a good choice.
Phew.
The little man inside me said that may not be a good move.
Right.
Oh, Jimmy Fredden.
So the only other idea was to try to figure out a way to get a woman to be interested
Right.
in having sex with me, and that took many years. But that was the only thing on my mind.
Sure.
Other than that, there was no stress.
No.
I didn't care about school.
Right.
I did enough to get by.
And now look at you.
Huh?
You paid off.
Oh, jeez. Schwager,
Yes.
what are you stressed about?
Well, compared to Kendall, I have a lot more to be stressed about.
Right.
Because,
I'll agree with that before you even start talking. But go ahead.
well, first of all, I have all my financial aid problems that are not solved from the
Who doesn't have money issues? Man, I used to go to the ATM when I was in college, Terry. And my account would have $80. Taking out 40 was pretty stressful.
Yeah. No, seriously. Yeah. I hear you.
Go ahead.
Well, look, to put it simply, I might be in a financial bind come in 2 weeks from now because financial aid does not have the paperwork right for me.
All right, this is where I start getting really bored when you start talking like this. I don't even know what you're saying.
Okay.
All right, you have money
Basically,
issues. Who
I can
doesn't?
lose my apartment and a few other things
Mm-hmm.
because financial aid is not worked out.
He's turning into John.
You got financial aid
Yes.
that you were counting on that doesn't seem like it's going to be coming through now. Is that the deal?
Correct.
You thought you'd be able to get this financial aid that now all of a sudden is thrown into...
There's paperwork issues. They're auditing my tax information.
They're auditing your tax information.
Yes.
So why are you concerned about that?
When I was 20, did I pay taxes?
Probably not. On what?
I don't know.
You have a job.
Remember I had the
Yeah.
job
You
over
have a
the summer at the high school?
Right.
Yeah, that's why.
So that should be no big deal. They took taxes out, right?
That's
And then they have to
your
go.
taxes
And
were red
also,
flag.
there's a question why I'm using my dad this time instead of my mom like last time.
Oh, man. So like you jackasses, I made $1,000 last year. Jeez, leave me alone.
Okay.
Then I have my finals that I have to worry about. Unlike Kendall, who's done with school for the summer and doesn't have to go to school for the summer, but I do.
Right.
Well, this is her school.
And we're going to give her a final.
Yeah, she's getting credit for this.
And she's smart, so she doesn't have to go to
She's going to get a really tough final exam.
At least I passed yesterday's final.
All right.
My monologue
Nobody
final.
cares. All right. Very good.
She's
I didn't know
smart and good
eyebrows
looking.
were that important in acting.
Important, yes.
What was important?
No, the teacher commented that my eyebrow.
Okay, listen to me. No, forget all this. Forget about what your teacher told you. Let me give you the real lesson of the day, okay? Forget about what the teacher may have told you and you thought was stuff that you could actually take and learn from. Here's the most important thing you learn all week. If you have any hope of actually having a female be interested in having sex with you, you have to be able to say the word important without saying it like important. All right?
Look,
Right then and there, any woman who is considering, for whatever reason, having sex with you is all of a sudden out of the picture.
first of all, there's no women considering that, no matter if they're psycho or whatever.
All right, I'm talking hypothetically. Important.
Yeah, he's an Aquarius. He talks like a robot.
Mm-hmm.
He's perfect.
That's what a woman thinks when she's sizing him up.
What else is there?
He has a
Yes.
birthday every year.
Great eyebrows.
He's got great eyebrows.
Speaks like an android.
Yes.
I played a card game yesterday, and I found out that I will not get a girlfriend because of the end of that card game.
Okay. Yeah, why do you talk like a robot? Is it all the years of just watching sci-fi stuff and
Could be.
all of a sudden it's just kind of...
I think I have to deal with that and also my interest in computers.
Right.
know-
Well, I know a lot of people who are interested in computers who don't talk like you, I think.
Does
You
G-Tig
think?
talk like that?
Well, he's got his
Kinda.
own little quirks, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's-
Well, you
he
barely
doesn't say important.
guy.
What?
Barely talk to Greg, the internet guy.
Who does?
You do.
I barely talk to Greg, the internet guy?
Yeah.
Well, not on the air, but he was over installing my Xbox 360 yesterday.
He was installing.
He was at my house.
The difference is G-Tig tries to get laid, at least.
I finally,
But
Yeah, he's married.
I got an Xbox 360 and it's finally installed now, Terry.
All right.
Now, the games begin.
ding, ding.
And I don't remember him saying important or talking like some kind of android.
Okay, so I take after Data a lot.
All right, whatever
Star
that
Trek.
means.
Data is a Star Trek character.
Okay.
I got it.
Very
The
good.
android.
Yes. Well,
At least the android got laid, too. He did.
okay.
I know he did, okay? I saw that episode.
All right, don't freak
boy.
out, Swagger. These are the moments you got to rein yourself in. All right?
To what?
To what? To normalcy.
Like that's ever been in my life.
Okay. Well, that's right. Then just give up and become a robot.
Can I just stay me?
No.
Not
Out of the
working.
question.
Yeah, it's not working.
All right? That's a bad, bad decision.
Of all the things you want
We
to
have to
say.
do everything we can to turn you into somebody else.
I mean, there's
The
like
last
three-
thing you need to do is stay you.
Yeah, me is not good.
I mean, there's 3 billion women on this planet.
Right, and all you need is one of them, but it's not working out so far. You
Yeah,
get-
boy, but only been in the United States. I haven't gone around the world yet.
Oh, yeah,
when I go to
Europe.
China, I'll be a big hit. I'm the Hugh Hefner of Taiwan.
Oh, watch out.
God.
They gotta love you in Guam.
Oh, yeah. In London, whoa.
Who's this American getting off the plane?
Look at his eyebrows.
Oh, geez, he opened his mouth. He's a nightmare. Okay, back to the Guam guys.
Oh,
All right, Swagger. Well, have a great school day, right? Mm-hmm.
Good luck. The financial aid will all work out.
Yes, I'm sure. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
See ya.
All right, bye-bye. It's weird, man.
You think?
When did 20-year-olds become such dorks, Terry?
I don't know.
You a dork, Kendall? Is that what you are now?
Probably. Well, yeah, completely.
They should go out. She's single now?
Yeah, she is.
Terry, you got to tell us what's bothering her? Because I'm not going to get out of it. I'm going to give you one chance to tell me what's bothering you without Terry telling me. But you'd probably rather Terry tell us so you don't cry.
I'm probably crying either way. So that's not really
I know,
the
that's
issue this
what I'm
morning.
counting on. I'll give you a break to think about it.
That would be great. Thank you.
What's the deal with my headphones?
They're bought, and the information is lying on
They're
your
bought?
newspaper.
You don't want used ones, though.
Well, I don't think anyone else would pay more than I bid for those, so
You already
I'm
won?
pretty sure we'll be having those in the studio.
I'm the
by next
current high
week.
bidder. Doesn't mean they're bought.
Well, it's so far
gonna
above
outbid
the
you.
low bids.
Yeah, thanks, David.
Stephen.
The auction still has 3 days and 15 hours. What do you mean they're bought?
Well, I will.
What do you mean they're bought?
They will be bought.
Why are you misleading me?
So they won't be
Did
bought.
you say bought?
I think
That's
so.
No, I said they will be bought.
I think I heard Botten.
I did not say bought.
We will roll back the tape.
It's been a
If I-
bad morning, but
If you
God.
said Botten, what are you going to do?
Might as well just leave for the morning.
Oh, come on. Is that what you want to do? You want to leave for the morning?
No, but if I'm just screwing up in every possible way, then we might as well just get
Not
out of it.
screwing up by saying Botten. It's just interesting. You said Botten. Did you say Botten or not?
I don't believe I said bought, and I didn't even.
I don't believe I said Botten.
Kendall, you know how many times I've said that? I don't believe I said this wrong.
Right.
I
It
allegedly
turns out you did.
But yeah, and I have.
I allegedly speak wrong all the time, and I keep coming back.
We will go back to the tape. If you said Botten, you better admit it now. Did you say Botten?
Might as well admit it now.
Well,
'cause
did you say Botten
I
or not?
don't believe I did, but if I did, I might as well
Oh, she's
just.
starting to snap at me now, Terry?
She is.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it's a good move for you to snap at me.
I'm sorry.
She's stressed.
We'll go back to the tape. And if she said Botten, she will get a Vinny the Pooh spanking, Terry.
Love those. I haven't got one of those in a long time.
Well, you haven't-
Next.
You haven't said Botten in a while.
Botten.
Oh, geez.
1, 2, 1, 2.
The auction still has 3 days and 15 hours. What do you mean they're bought?
Well, I will.
What do you mean they're bought?
They will be bought.
Why are you misleading me?
So they won't be
Did
bought.
you say Botten?
I think she
That's
said
No, I
what?
said they will be bought.
I think I heard Botten.
I did not say bought.
Oh, it is. There's your tape, Terry.
Yep.
There's your audio footage. of the last segment. Now, it's not necessarily completely clear as to whether she said Boughton, but I have to go on the side of Boughton, too, Terry.
It's pretty,
It sounded pretty damn close to Boughton. Now, this is a college girl who claims she's on the Dean's List.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Yeah.
You a Dean's List girl? You're waking up with all kinds of problems this morning. First, the most important problem, I don't care whatever happens the rest of the day, you broke my headphones. All right?
Yeah.
You stepped on my headphones.
Well, my skirt.
Whatever you did. And now here you are, only spiraling downward that much more by saying Boughton on the air. Sad moment.
Bad things coming through. So let's just see what happens next.
Oh, that's good to know. Everyone duck.
Wow, no kidding.
So do you admit now that you said Boughton? Does it sound like Boughton to you?
You know, when we were replaying it during the break, it kind of did, but I feel like it might have just been like a little stuttery whine afterwards. I don't feel like the N was really...
So you admit you have a stuttery whine then?
Well...
The auction still has 3 days and 15 hours. What do you mean they're bought?
Well, I will...
What do you mean they're bought?
They will be bought.
Why are you misleading me? Boughton. That was no stuttery whine.
No.
That was an effort to say the word as some people believe it should be said, Boughton, Terry, and that's not anywhere close to college student speak, Terry.
Right.
In my head, I knew. I think my mouth and my head.
Now you got voices going on in your head?
Today.
Wow.
And if you think that these the headphones that you're bidding on eBay is going to cut it, you better think again, honey. Look what she's bidding on for me, Terry. Look at the description of this. Let me read this to you. Or actually, you read it. Why are you bidding on these? This is a waste. I told her I'd pay her back, Terry. I ain't paying her back for these.
These are the correct serial number that are in.
These are the only ones.
eBay database
So after you break my headphones, I do know that they're out of production, Terry.
Yes,
After you break my headphones, now there's only one being auctioned off on eBay.
That's true.
And this is the one. This is the one I have to deal with.
Yeah, but look at how great they sound. Ready?
Look at how great they
Yes,
sound.
show me the
Listen.
picture.
Yeah, jeez. There is a picture right in front of you.
Right.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Sony Street Style headphones, MDR G52.
All right, don't read that in there. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Hardly used, if at all. Beautiful condition.
Hardly used, if at all.
If
That means
at all.
somebody has jizzed all over him, Terry.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect sound.
Perfect sound. That means
Great
perfect
headphones.
sound means there's ear juice all over
Oh,
it.
I love your juice.
Terrific. Let me see those.
Oogies, oogies, oogies.
The guy thinks he has ears in his testicles.
Just reading the serial number so that Kilbreth can try to taunt me by bidding on
The gay phone operator already bought them.
it. All right.
Buy now.
Guaranteed bid.
Oh, they've been bought. Sony Street Style headphones. 'Cause I'm a street kind of guy, Terry.
You are street.
Can't just use any old headphone, Terry. I need the street style headphones.
Oh, yeah. Street style.
I'm not ready to use another kind of headphone, and Sony doesn't make these anymore.
I know.
So I got to go to eBay to get someone street style headphones with ear juice all over it. And how much did you bid on these?
20,
Because the guy says he's. What was the highest bid?
99 cents.
Oh my gosh.
That's why I think we have them bought.
Mm-hmm. Hardly used, if at all.
Oh,
well, are
if
they
at all.
hardly used or are they not?
He just can't recall.
He doesn't know.
Have they been used or not?
So there's a chance they haven't been used.
The guy doesn't even know.
That's what he makes it sound like. There's a chance
Exactly.
they haven't.
Hardly used, comma, if at all. Well, did you use them or not?
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
That's the kind of language they use on eBay.
I know.
And I'm telling you, translated, that means there was a circle jerk all over him. Beautiful condition. Perfect sound.
Great.
Great headphones for home listening, workouts, and everything else.
Oh.
So why even put in the home listening and workouts?
Just put everything.
Yes.
Covers it.
Great sound, great headphones for everything.
There you go.
Don't pay what overpriced stores charge. Oh, I would pay what the overpriced stores charged if they had them there.
Right.
Get them like new.
Like new.
Right here. This is just a disaster. And you know why it's a disaster? Because you came in this morning and broke my headphones. I don't care what kind of problems you're having. Man. What kind of problems is she having, Terry?
She's having.
I don't really care what kind of problems she's having, but what kind of problems is she having,
She's
Terry?
having issues.
Mhm.
Seriously.
And you're aware of the issues because she
I
came to
am.
you and she looked for a confidant. She looks for advice from you. She looks for an opinion.
Sure.
She looks for a little sisterly guidance. Mm-hmm.
A pal and a confidant.
A pal and a confidant.
Stop it.
Thank you for being a friend.
Yes, he's looking for it right now.
He is the Betty White of the program.
Oh, you want me to look for it? Okay.
Oh, well, I got it.
I thought you had it easier.
Well, but it has nothing to do with your ex-boyfriend who hit you, the ogre.
It has nothing to do with him.
If you claim it has nothing to do with him, and you claim it has nothing to do with your paycheck, which there were issues with that you know that will be taken care of immediately, so that's not a problem, then there's only one thing left, and that's that her dad is coming down on her even more for being a part of this show, Terry.
Yeah.
Am I right or am I wrong?
You're wrong with who it is, but you're right with the whole family.
Someone else in the family has stepped up and given her a hard time?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
2 words. No.
2 words?
Well, actually, it's 1 word. But
Oh, man.
Oh, geez.
I know. See,
Boughton is
It's
2 words,
Boughton.
Terry.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Grandma?
Spreading.
Is it grandma? Stephen wants to know.
yes.
Really? Oh, you'd be great with Password Plus, Stephen. Mm-hmm. Grandma, 2 words.
2 words.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was just
Because she's a grand and she's a mom.
Grandma's giving you problems now for being on this show?
This is correct.
Mm-hmm. What does Grandma have to say? If you need me to call Grandma, I will.
We're not calling Grandma.
Hey, Grandma, what's the problem? She has a problem with you being on a #1 rated major market radio show at 21 years of age. What 20-year-old has on their resume that they're a part of a #1 morning show at a major market? Which person, besides Winnie the Pooh, who's raising his hand?
I know. Well,
Aside from you two, where else in the country do you find that?
I'm not aware of anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty lucky.
And we talk in a different style than perhaps your grandma's accustomed to back in the day of her radio shows.
Yeah, that's true.
Is she aware of that or no?
Well, I don't really think she's aware of the fact that she shouldn't even be listening to the program.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're not necessarily #1 amongst all grandmas.
Yeah.
We're close.
It's not Fibber, McGee, and Molly, okay?
We're gaining.
Kind of out of her demographic. She should just turn it off.
You know, we're blowing the doors off Fibber, McGee, and Magali, or whatever you said.
I know.
It's an old-time radio show.
Mm-hmm. Is that right?
Yeah.
They were getting it done back in their day?
I think so.
Well, that Fibber McGee was just nonstop laughter.
I guess.
Yes. So Grandma has stepped up and expressed her displeasure with you being a part of this radio show as an intern, which was your choice. We didn't come to you. You came to us, saying you could get college credit, yada, yada, yada. You want to spend the whole summer. This is your doing.
Mm-hmm.
So what's her problem?
Well, there's been quite a few emails over the past year since I've been on the program, but this one was kind of a
Man, when
treasure.
Grandma's email, that's a big thing.
Yeah,
I
it
would
is
say
big.
so.
She's hip. That's why she likes the show, but...
Oh, she listens to the show, but she doesn't like you on it.
Well, she doesn't listen to the show. She only listens to it because I'm on it.
Well, then she doesn't
Along with
like
the
it.
entire family, but...
Mm-hmm. So they monitor every minute of every show.
Oh, yeah.
Well, then I don't have to call Grandma. I can talk to her right now.
So go ahead, give her a talk.
Hey, Grandma! Listen up! And lighten up! Now, what did the email say?
Just
I can't respond to Grandma until I know what she exactly said, what her points were, if you made any.
She's just disappointed in
She's
me
disappointed in you,
and
why?
the fact that I would be a part of a show and around people that obviously...
Did you bring out any specifics that were discussed? Any conversations that were, as far as she's concerned, out of bounds, that she didn't want you to be a part of? Were there anything she brought up in specific that she used as a...
Yeah, there are a couple situations. One, the fact that we call her favorite boyfriend the ogre.
The ogre. You mean the guy that hit you? That's her favorite boyfriend?
She really likes him. We got pictures up in her house of just him, and
Does she know that he hit
we
you?
go to his football games. Yeah. Well,
She
no,
does
she
know
doesn't
that.
know that, but she
Well,
really
now
likes him.
she knows.
Yeah, but she should know that.
So her favorite guy, the ogre boyfriend that she loved you being with, wound up hitting you.
Pushed me.
She loves him. She hates me.
Yeah.
Well, I might as well hit her, Terry. Get even.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's the way.
Maybe that's the way to our grandma's heart.
Right.
But she doesn't know that.
No.
Well, this great guy that she was dying for you to wind up with, or whatever her hopes were, turned out to be a girlfriend batterer. Is that fair or not fair? Is he a girlfriend batterer?
No. I wouldn't say a batterer.
Well, he's a physical person.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big guy.
Isn't that interesting, Terry, that this guy that she loved her being with turns out to be a bastard?
Mm-hmm.
What did he turn out to be?
The way you said it was so East Coast. It was funny.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how your grandma talks?
Huh? My grandmas have passed on.
Yeah.
And you know what? My grandma's never questioned me, even though they knew that I would. What words did she use to you?
She was ashamed to know and love me.
Oh, wow. It's pretty hard.
Can you believe that?
My grandma's never said that to me.
Who would?
Even when my mom would report to Grandma that my report cards had C's, D's, and F's on them.
Right.
They came to me and said, we pretty much can forecast that you are headed down a path to loserdom, but we'll always love you.
Right.
Those are the words you're supposed to hear from Grandma. Not that they question whether they can love you or not. There's no conditional love when it comes to grandmas. It's unconditional. I have to question Grandma. She's putting conditions on her love for you. If you continue this way, she doesn't know if she can love you.
I'm an embarrassment to the family.
Whoa.
What
kind of crap is this,
I know. That's
Terry?
when I looked at her and I went, you have a different, very strange family. Because I can't even imagine my mother ever saying that to any of her children, her grandchildren, no matter how much trouble we've ever been in.
I mean, you could definitely not like this program. That's for sure.
And that's fine.
This
Don't
program
like
is
the
not for
program.
everyone.
Right. But your blood.
I just say you're going to die in 10 years, Grandma. So what?
Is she going to cut you off now too?
Yeah, no more hard candy and sweaters.
Oh, wow.
Gotta have the hard candy. And maybe not over the next couple of months, but eventually you're gonna need the sweaters again. Even though you go to Arizona. But
Yeah, she'll come back here, though.
are you sure she used those words? I'm shocked to hear that a grandma said to any grandchild that she doesn't know if she can love you. What were the words again? Where's the email? Let me read the email.
No.
Let's read Grandma's email.
I feel like this is...
This is what? This is fascinating to me. That's what it is, that a grandma could step up and say, I don't know if I can love you. I can understand that maybe she doesn't get it. She doesn't need to listen.
Mm-hmm.
Explain to her that your generation talks in a much more open fashion than her generation talked in, and that's progress to some degree.
Well, if this is your career path, this is one of the best things you could be doing.
Right.
Yes, and you have on your resume that you have worked on a radio show that is being... Well, I don't want to say something I shouldn't say right now, because I haven't announced certain things on the air, Terry.
Come on.
No.
Jeez.
Big announcement. A major.
But, what did you say? What was your response to all this?
Well, I called my dad crying, and he comforted me a little bit and said that he was proud of me, but if I chose to do this for the rest of my life, he would be a little upset.
He didn't admit that he wrote it and just signed Grandma on the bottom of it?
Trying to play it off on the grandmother.
I'm not getting through to her, so let me try Grandma. All right, well, you won't let me call Grandma.
No.
I want to see the email. All right? And we're boring Vinny the Pooh because he's yawning.
Well,
You all right back there? Were you out late? What's your problem?
I had DJ'd and I went to sleep at like 4.
Mm-hmm.
My bad. But this, truthfully, you are kind of boring, Kendall.
Whoa!
But that has nothing to do with why I'm
just
yawning.
called
I'm sorry.
Kendall bored.
Why were you out till 4?
We had a big concert last night, and then
What was the concert last night?
it was Mobb Deep.
Mm-hmm. Where was that at?
The Showbox.
Really?
And they're like, let's have an after party.
Let's bring Vinny along.
And the only guy that does a morning show to DJ.
Yeah, I know. Out of all the DJs we have.
Vinny's already worked 30 hours today, so let's have him do
Let's
it.
have him do about
So you were roped into an after party?
Yeah.
Roped in. I'm sure they twisted his arm.
Yes.
How much? Okay, yeah.
Looks out on the dance floor, there's Grandma dancing, going, I love you, you're the best! What a grandson! Right?
That's right.
Grandma loving you!
You think I can hook up with your grandma?
We could bring back the dry humping of the grandma thing if she wants to.
Yeah, Steven wants...
let's bring Kendall's grandma.
That'd be great. Can we bring him grandma?
Well, I understand then you'd be a little fatigued, Vinny the Pooh, so you're excused on that. I didn't realize.
I do apologize.
No apology necessary. You were out, you were doing your thing, you were
working.
roped into an after party. I'm sure you made it happen for a lot of people out there, brought a lot of after party enjoyment to them, and that's important.
But I'm here, damn it.
Yes, and he's here, and he's getting it through.
Yeah.
Getting through it, huh? Well, yeah. Okay.
Well,
You better make sure I win this auction.
the barely used or the
These
not
ear
sure-
cheese headphones.
If there's still 3 days left, it's going to be like a week before you even get them.
I don't know.
And we've searched high and low for these little thingies, right? For your.
You better come up with another idea. You got any other ideas?
Well, I looked on Craigslist and they don't have any.
That's right. Wonderful.
I told Dave that I'd go to Spokane because you have to drive and pick them up, but he
You
said,
could get me
let's get in the studio.
Sony headphones, but it'll be on the ears of a swinger couple.
Yeah, it would be.
Wonderful.
Nothing like it.
Call Sony headquarters. I'll do that. after
Sony
the show.
headquarters, they're not even produced anymore.
What
They're
if they
out
have a
of
big
production.
Box of them in the back. And
In
we
the
can
back.
go and ship them
Call-
to Pennsylvania.
Call Sony headquarters and have them look in the back.
With the betas.
Right, everyone assumes.
There's more in the back.
It's a woman's line, Terry. All women assume, well, do they have them in the back?
Right.
Go check in the back.
And you never know, they might be hiding.
They got to
them
have them in the back. Like, Boeing doesn't have this plane in production anymore. Well, check in the back.
Right, there's
Oh,
gotta
hey,
be
lucky
more.
for you, Bob. I found a 747.
We know you got it back there.
We have some DC-10s in the back. We don't make them anymore, but we have to go to the back. We'll check in the back.
Yeah, the back.
I love the back.
I know.
Oh, if they don't have them, they have to have them in the back.
Back must be huge.
Sony headquarters doesn't have a back. It's just headquarters.
What about Sony Warehouse?
The warehouse is the warehouse.
The warehouse is the back.
Oh, we gotta check the back.
You got the back of the warehouse.
Great headphones.
The back is like some magical place.
For all those ladies that will believe it's back there.
It is a lady thing. Women assume that their answers, all their prayers will be
know.
answered in the back.
That is true. I've done that.
Oh, yeah?
I have. I admit
So
it.
all your prayers have been answered in the back.
Yeah, I know that. And he says, "Step this way, ma'am."
Women call it the back. Men call it the Steiner.
Wow!
How about that, Grandma?
Whoa!
Would you listen to her? Sony headquarters should check in the back. Maybe they have them in a big box back there.
And if not in the back, then the warehouse.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you're that optimistic that Sony has them in the back, call their headquarters and ask them to check in the back.
Well,
if you
that
could
was my
find me
plan.
if you could find me a big box of like 500, I'll take it.
Is there ever a possibility that maybe you could try a different but similar pair if
No,
they make them?
throws me off. I can't be thrown off, Terry.
Oh, I know. I understand that. That's true.
Time to hang them up.
I've been using these headphones.
Those are the ones that have never like broken on you.
That's
ever.
right.
Like for you, because it was always Pastico up there again, and
And then
blink another.
as soon as I found a pair of headphones I liked, they stopped producing
I
it.
know.
But they have them in the back. Are you going to get on the phone with Sony headquarters
You
then?
want me to go right now?
There's a big warehouse right here in the Seattle area, too.
Do they have a back?
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Is
they
there a
have the
big-
warehouse, and then they have the back of the warehouse.
In the warehouse, is there a big neon sign that says the back?
And then the way back.
That's like Bed Bath & Beyond.
Right.
It's the Beyond part.
Do you have it beyond?
Oh gosh,
Unbelievable. Maybe they have them in the back.
maybe they do.
Yeah, okay.
Never
All right, you look for me. There you go.
Oh,
Is
jeez.
that what you're doing now?
That's exactly what I'm doing. We're on the internet searching
Double
Sony.com.
cheeseburger
We're going
on the
to get
double.
this all figured out for you.
Okay. She's on the little Burger King microphone now, Terry.
Amazon may still have some.
Oh,
Wouldn't
there
hurt
you go.
to check there.
Yeah, you can check Amazon.
Check Amazon.
Amazon or eBay.
Right?
Or Overstock or something.
Check Amazon or eBay.
Or what's that one tech company? Oh no, that's just computers.
Overstock, that's basically the back, what they have.
Did you go to techbargains.com, Terry?
I hadn't. I kept forgetting, because I didn't write it back down. But yes, I need to today.
All right. What was your suggestion, Stephen?
Overstock.com.
Overstock.
Because that's basically the back.
Yeah.
Stupid prices, maybe?
Stupid.
Mm-hmm. Well, you could all help me out, please.
Okay.
Since Kendall broke my headphones.
Yeah, she did.
So you're having a bad day, is that it?
That's true.
Because your grandma doesn't love you anymore? Yeah.
That's factoring
Yeah,
in.
but watch her become really, really successful, and then all of a sudden, Grandma's loving her to death.
Yeah, I don't want to see when you become some big superstar, grandma
Making
coming...
bank.
Yeah. Coming to rally around you. I don't want to see that.
When you become the next Terry Free.
Yeah.
It's very rare, but once you lose, if you're able, and I guess you've been able to lose grandma's love, you never get it back. So at least you don't have to worry about that anymore.
I guess that's not an issue
Right.
to worry about.
Okay.
It's just done.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Double opportunity.
Large ring.
Extra
Why did
sauce?
Burger King hang on to those microphones for so long, Terry, after it was obviously past its time?
I don't know.
Like the guy was always listening. You know? He never missed anything.
Yeah.
Dialed in. It's okay to use computers now. That's weird.
Large ring.
Oh, it's a small ring. Listen up,
Are they still? I haven't been to Burger King in a while. Are they still using those microphones?
Not sure, actually.
Yes.
They're still using them?
Yes. When you
Dairy
go
Queen
in.
does, too.
Yeah, so does Dairy Queen. Right, I was going to say Dairy Queen does.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's nobody in there, and you can just announce it.
Right.
But they still
They
get
can
on the
just
mic.
turn around and say Oreo Blizzard, but instead they go Oreo Blizzard.
Right.
Nobody in
They
there.
do.
Oreo Blizzard, hold the mayo.
I don't talk to you unless you're on a speaker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's not official until it's said into the little microphone.
Right. What did you say?
Well, that's exactly what the microphone looks like behind the glass there, Terry.
I know.
Almost the same.
Almost the same is not the same.
We have a new and updated model. With
I don't want a new and updated model.
Well, I just think these are even more beautiful than the ones you have.
You're
they just
talking-
have a little
you're
bit of
leaning
yellow.
too close into the
Yes,
microphone.
Sorry.
A little bit of yellow?
A little bit of yellow.
Yeah,
Yellow's
these are great.
Got enough of that in my underwear. Leave me alone.
Angelina and baby Shiloh checked out of Cottage Hospital yesterday.
The baby was, is very active. Apparently she's got some lungs on her, which shows that she's healthy.
The headline-grabbing birth steals the new
Got some lungs on her.
Uh-huh.
So, any gay.
Angelina and baby Shiloh checked out of Cottage Hospital.
That's the name of the baby, Shiloh?
Shiloh.
Shiloh.
And I can't remember what the middle name is.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday.
The baby was, is very active. Apparently she's got some lungs on her, which shows that she's healthy.
The headline-grabbing birth steals the new cover of People magazine. We got the new maternity ward scoop straight from the magazine's J.D. Heyman.
Right on the cover of People magazine there, Terry.
Wow.
There's the picture of Shiloh,
Wonderful.
Brad, and Angelina.
Happy parents.
It was the sexiest fetus of all time.
Yeah.
That's what they're labeling it, Terry.
Mm-hmm. So
The
I
sexiest fetus ever.
Yeah.
In the hospital, she was just like any other patient. She ate the same food that any of the other patients ate.
Jolie Pitt is now back at their Lux Namibian beachfront lodge, where they'll spend a few more weeks. Sources tell us they may make a pit stop in Paris before
That's
returning
clever.
to this crib,
Yeah.
Brad's $9 million mansion in Malibu.
Oh.
And check out his sprawling spread.
Oh, yeah.
Brad has
I love a sprawling spread.
Let's see by Brad.
You guys are terrible.
She ate the same thing everyone else ate in the hospital. Oh, you mean breast milk? Okay. There it is.
Now, with Shiloh being born in what Namibia, right?
Okay.
Another country, isn't it going to be kind of difficult for her just to come back to the U.S.? Won't there have to
Well,
be
she's got parents who are
I
American citizens, Terry.
I understand that, but she's not an American citizen.
Well, she is.
Right?
She's born by American parents.
I'd assume. Yeah, like military people,
Yes.
Oh, all right. I thought.
But they're Brangelina, so they can do
Oh,
anything
okay,
they want.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's interesting.
Okay.
All right.
Glad I can clear that up, I guess. It's very, very interesting.
Your baby stays.
Well, but military people are still U.S. citizens
Little
when they're
extent.
on the base and everything.
Well,
like
you
that.
can go on vacation and still be a U.S. citizen.
No, I know.
But the child. Okay, never mind.
But the child born on the base it's U.S. property, so
Right. This child was not born on U.S. property.
right. So it's actually a valid question.
All right. I don't know the specifics of it all, but I don't think they're going to have any problem getting the baby back
Right.
into the States,
No.
if that's
Right.
your question.
No, okay.
I'm sorry, Mr. Pitt. Not happening.
All right.
No, keep that produce, the marijuana, and the baby here. Not coming in.
I'll keep the marijuana here, and the baby and the produce over there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they'll be all right, Terry.
All right. Just
Baby
wanna-
Shiloh is not going to have any citizen issues.
Good. Good to know.
Baby Shiloh was tried 16 times to get a visa. It's not happening for her.
All
Oh,
right.
what a shame. Okay.
To marry her off.
Right. First caller wants to make her a mail-order bride.
Yeah.
What else is going on in the world, Terry? What else is happening?
I got a story out of.
I have Summer Jam tickets to give away, as you know, Terry.
Yes.
Yes.
I got a story out of Tavares, Florida.
Which, of course, means that backstage barbecue passes are a part of this package.
Yummy.
No, not this package. This package.
Are you sure it's not part of that package?
No, not that package. This package.
Cubicle
This
down
package is able to clear customs.
Oh, yeah.
Thank goodness.
Even though it's oversized. Oh, just. Anyhow.
I got
And, of course, that puts you in line for being a contestant for Deal or No Deal.
Right.
Which gives you a 1 in 20 chance of winning $50,000, Terry, because there are going to be 50 brief, 20, what did I say, 1 in 50 chance?
Yeah,
1 in 20 chance.
Wow, our chance has just improved.
Did I say 1 in 50?
No, you said 1 in 20.
Okay, good. A 1 in 20 chance of winning $50,000. That's where I got the 50. Yeah, right. Anyhow, there'll be 20 briefcases up on stage.
Mm-hmm.
You pick one, we play Deal or No Deal.
Right.
That means between now and Summer Jam Day, which is July 29th, 28th,
Yes,
when's the
29th.
Saturday? 29th. I need 20 briefcase girls, Terry.
Yes.
Now, of course, I've already told you I'm using the same girls from the car show. The T-Man car models were probably the biggest hit of the whole car show, Terry.
Yeah.
And that's saying a lot because the car show was a huge success.
Mm-hmm.
So those girls, I think there were about 7 or 8, were so damn good.
Mm-hmm.
They're definites for the Summer Jam Deal or No Deal situation, Terry.
Right.
Now, the unfortunate thing is, and this is something I was planning on getting into later, but since I'm on the subject, our promotion director, Anna, Terry, very sweet, cute lady, does a good job.
She does.
She accidentally
Uh-oh.
lost the contact information of all the car show models. I thought Pasty would have a backup. He must have smoked or jizzed all over it. I don't know what he did.
Wow.
But he handed over the contact information to Anna. And you know how women are, Terry. They don't like any women that could be cuter or just a little bit more interesting, perhaps, in their minds than they are. So she accidentally lost all their contact information.
Oops. But
Now, they know who they are, and we'll get back in touch with them. I don't think it'll be a problem.
No.
But I found it fascinating. How could she lose those numbers, Terry?
I don't know.
She doesn't lose anything.
No.
But she loses
she's
these
pretty
numbers.
organized girl.
She's a very organized girl.
And she knows where everything is.
But she loses, that would be the definition of organization. But she loses these numbers.
Wow.
She's got prize winner information from the year 1998.
Right.
But she loses these numbers.
Did she lose the male model's number?
No, probably not.
She has that. Oh, it's right here.
That's under her pillow. Pasty.
Yes, sir.
How many of these...
That's not my fault. I'm not worried about it.
How many of these women are you able to get in touch with?
We actually had one of them call us back last week, and I got her number when she called
You
back.
don't think it'll be a problem getting in touch with all of them between now and Summer Jam to tell them that they're being offered the option of being briefcase girls so they can be on stage, get backstage passes, yada, 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 right? I'm assuming from what we told them after they did their deal at the car show, when I made the announcement I'd like to use them all in the Summer Jam situation, they were all pretty excited, right?
Yeah, no, they were all down.
But we have no way to contact them because Anna,
Correct.
in an angry moment, threw them away.
That is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I have 2 of their numbers in my wallet, so I'll get those.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
We'll figure it out. But we still have about 10 to 12 to, I don't know how many slots we have available for briefcase girls, Terry. We're going to have to fill those slots.
Good deal.
We're going to have to find the right briefcase girls.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be filling the slots, Terry, between now and Summer Jam.
Good deal.
But that's an issue to be dealt with later.
All right.
Now, you were telling me a story about something that happened in Florida.
Yes, in Tavares, Florida.
Tavares, Florida, yes.
Where,
Everyone's favorite vacation spot. I'm heading down to Tavares.
All right. Where 2 grandparents have just been arrested because they apparently or allegedly hired a hitman to kill their grandkids.
Oh, listen to Terry finding stories this morning.
Not
that
only they're-
obviously pertain to the issues of the day.
Watch out, Kendall.
Yes, I don't think the story. I don't think the story would have been read if Kendall hadn't revealed how her grandma wrote her a scathing hate mail email. Yeah. She's getting hate mail from her own grandmother. Mm-hmm. Now she's got to check under her car before she starts it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because you got grandparents out there putting hits on their grandchildren?
Yes.
Put a mirror on a stick.
Yep.
Look underneath.
They met their hitman at a Best Western hotel.
Wait, but you're trying to have me believe that for the first time this morning, I had never heard of a grandparent sending their granddaughter hate mail. Now I'm hearing about grandparents putting a hit out on their own grandchildren.
Not only their 3 grandchildren, but their daughter-in-law and the family's pet dog.
Wow, the dog, too?
Yeah. No witnesses.
Now, why would they put a hit out on their own grandchildren, Terry? What's the motive behind this? There's got to be something Not a big enough thank you, not enough kisses after they gave him the $5 check for Christmas?
Yeah, I guess not.
$5 every year adds up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, according to this story, their son, who is 31 years of age, is in jail right now, and he's awaiting his trial for molesting his children.
Oh,
and
so she
the wife
wanted to
and
eliminate
kids.
the witnesses.
Yeah, they were going to testify.
Oh, that's a perfect motive then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
So
At least that makes sense. Got to take out the whole family so they can't testify against their own flesh and blood.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyway, they offered him $100 as a down payment.
Makes perfect sense.
$100.
Gotta wipe out your own grandchildren.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I know.
Yeah, where does your loyalty lie, with your kids or your grandkids? I mean, apparently it's lying with her own kids, right?
With her own son.
Well, yeah.
Her own son who's
That's it.
accused of molestation. Her own son who's accused of one of the most heinous crimes out there.
No
Right.
matter how cute you think you are, your grandma will still go with her son.
Mhm.
That's pretty funny.
So she wanted to have a man kill her own grandchildren.
Yeah, the both grandparents did, yeah.
Does
But
it
what-
get any more despicable than that, Terry?
No, that's ridiculous.
You better check under your car.
Yeah, my life isn't looking so bad now.
Mhm. Don't worry, it's still pretty bad.
Wait till the show's over.
Yeah.
Apparently, the grandmother,
Right.
they both went, Grandpa and Grandma went to meet this guy at the Best Western. But when it came to actually going in and offering the guy the $100 as
Right.
a down payment, the grandmother is the one who went to meet him
Right.
personally, because the grandfather was.
They didn't send a buffer guy.
No, the grandfather was, quote, too afraid to meet the person who would kill his grandchildren.
Mm.
God, come on now.
Wasn't afraid of putting up the cash for it, but
No.
was too afraid to meet him.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of scary, though.
Anyway, they've been charged with 4 counts of criminal conspiracy to commit
Yeah,
murder.
because those dudes out there that take money to kill grandkids are tough.
$100.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, $100.
$100. What
That's
a
all
great
it
deal.
takes. Usually hear about, $5,000.
Then they
10
at least buy them a lunch at the Best Western, Terry?
It doesn't say anything like that.
No?
No.
Let me see that story.
How'd they get caught?
What the hell's going
It
on?
was apparently in jail that he was an undercover officer, and
Can't even read it now. I ruffled it all up.
I like to rough up my paperwork,
Oh, jeez.
my news.
Robert Jackson and his wife, Versi Jackson, met with a hitman at the Best Western Hotel on Tuesday. Just this past Tuesday. Mm-hmm. They offered him $100 as a down payment to kill their 3 grandchildren and their daughter-in-law, and the family's pet dog.
Poor dog.
Because the dog would testify.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh.
Only one of the grandchildren's ages has been given. It's a 10-year-old girl. The hitman, fortunately, was an undercover cop who arrested Grandma.
Oh, thank goodness.
Why would grandparents want their grandkids and their daughter-in-law wiped out? Because their a-hole son is a 31-year-old man who's in jail right now awaiting his trial for molestation. I'm paraphrasing, Terry. Yeah.
Yeah. The a-hole's not in the story.
No. And the wife and kids are scheduled to testify against him. That's why they wanted them killed, Terry. That's why Grandma and Grandpa wanted them all killed. Mm-hmm. It's not clear why they wanted the dog killed. But maybe you suggested correctly, Terry. No barking witnesses needed.
Right. Got to silence everyone.
Right? Robert and Versi have been charged with 4 counts of criminal conspiracy to commit murder. Jason is facing 48 counts of sexual battery and may have been part of this conspiracy to have his family wiped out. Or did Grandma and Grandpa come up with this on their own? That is to be determined under heavy interrogation of Grandma and Grandpa. I thought the grandma, grandson, granddaughter relationship was sacred, Terry.
Yeah.
I didn't know that grandparents could hire men to kill their own grandkids. I didn't know that hate mail could be sent to your own grandkids. I didn't know these things were possible. Mm-hmm. Your grandma knows you're not being held hostage here, right? Your grandma knows you're not a prisoner here. Is that correct?
She does.
Your grandma knows you have the free will to leave whatever you please, right?
She knows I'm choosing to hang around you lowly scum.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're the lowly scum.
Oh, that's pretty much an accurate description, Terry. Yeah.
I love you guys so much.
No, it's too late for that. You can't call us lowly scum 1 second and then say how much you love us.
Love us more than your grandma.
Mm.
It's great.
So if Grandma's listening right now, you say what?
I'm sorry I disappointed you, but I'm going to keep doing it.
Oh, boy.
Oh!
Because you know you're right and she's wrong, or?
It's not being right or wrong. I've signed up for the classes and got to get the credit.
No,
She
you
doesn't want free Fs.
don't just do this because you're getting credit.
I know.
That's not why you're doing it.
That's not why you're here.
I
You're
love
here
being
just,
here with you
no,
every day.
it's too late for that. If you're doing this just to get credit, you can forget about it.
Yeah, we're not some intern factory cranking them out.
That's right. We don't crank out the potential credits that a college student could get here. That's not what we're about. Maybe we have the credits in the back. I don't see them anywhere, though.
We're cranking interns, but not that way.
All right? So you can forget that part of it.
I know.
I hope that your grandma doesn't think that's the case, that you're doing it here just to get credit.
No.
Now, where's the email she sent you?
Oh, I haven't printed that out yet for you.
Well, what are you waiting for?
I'll get that right now.
Mm-hmm.
She
I
really
think Grandma's at
doesn't
the Best Western right now.
Mm-hmm. You want 200? What? I heard the going rate was 100.
How about a crisp Abe Lincoln? What would you do for that?
Can you at least break a thumb for this much? You're not worried now after hearing the story that you may be in a little bit of jeopardy by Grandma, are you?
No, Grandma
No?
would never do something like that.
But she would tell you that she doesn't love you anymore.
Well,
She doesn't love you. The next thing to do is kill you.
Yeah.
That's really, really, really harsh.
it's not that
That is,
she didn't
yes.
say she doesn't love me. She said
She questions her ability to love you.
I something.
It's the same
I
thing.
haven't read
It
in a
is,
while.
yeah.
I pushed it away.
I want to see the email so I can see it for myself, please. Of course, you have the free will not to give it to me. And you have the ability to walk out anytime you want. But I want it now. So print it out. Mm-hmm. All those things are true. So where is it?
It's coming.
All right.
Pacey's got the
Whoa.
slowest computer in the history of the world.
So who's holding the gun to her head now?
I guess nobody, Stephen. That's
nobody.
the point.
Yeah, it's
Not a
Yes.
gun, dude.
But it's fully loaded.
Oh, yeah, it's a Magnum.
That's why we're lowly scum.
Did you write Grandma back at all or no? Have you addressed this situation or no?
Not at all.
You're going to ignore what she wrote to you.
terrified.
You're terrified? What are you
Terrified
terrified
of
of?
I don't know.
All right. Let's see the email and see if there's a reason for her to be terrified, Terry.
Okay.
Let's see the email. How long is this going to take?
Probably till the next break. Or after.
I don't have that long.
Yeah.
We're talking
It's
about
going
it
to
now,
take
though. Not
until
then.
Yeah, I'm talking
10
about it
a.m.
now.
I never had any grandparents judge me. They just like make cookies and smile.
Oh,
and,
I know.
And pinch your cheek.
God, they don't judge what I do.
And talk about how much you look like your dad or your mom.
Right.
Yeah, that's not their job.
That's all they care about.
Yep.
How much you look like their own kid.
Yeah.
Listen, Grandma, you get paid to not judge me.
Mm-hmm.
Before my grandma passed, she loved the show.
She was a pretty hip grandma.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but I think she just liked hearing her grandson on the radio.
Oh, jeez.
I had an artificial hip, Grandma.
All right. Ryan.
Hello?
Yes.
T?
Yes.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, dude?
I'd like to win Summer Jam tickets.
Is that right?
Yes. Hello?
Yes.
Summer Jam tickets.
I heard you the first time.
Oh. Well, I really want to win them.
I heard that as well there, Ryan.
Whoa.
I've called the last 3 days and put on hold, and I finally got through.
Uh-huh. Well, you got through before if you were on hold.
Oh. Well,
You mean finally
I never
got
got to talk to you. I'm so excited.
finally got to be on the air. Yeah, I could hear the level of excitement in your voice there, Ryan.
Man,
It's pretty
usually don't
intense.
just have excitement in the morning.
Any
so-
more excitement, I may actually physically fall over.
Oh, wow. God, that'll be a first.
Mm-hmm. What do you do, Ryan?
I work in Ballard in a plumbing and heating distribution factory.
And what is your specific duty?
I just pull orders all day.
What?
I pull orders all day.
You pull orders.
Yeah.
And they pay you for that?
Yeah. They
Mm-hmm.
don't
What do
want to
you
do it themselves.
What do you make?
About $13 an hour.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Pays the bills.
Yes. Do you have a specific talent that is tough to duplicate that they couldn't knock you down at $12 an hour if they just felt the need, the urge, or what?
I don't think so.
So it's hard to find a guy with your abilities.
I'm a hard worker, too.
Is that right? All right. Well, there you are. Mm-hmm. Are you a married man?
No, single.
Not even a girlfriend?
Nope. playing the field.
What would an order puller, Terry, at a plumbing and distribution factory like himself be doing single, Terry?
I don't know.
How old are you, Ryan?
22.
22. You go out a lot?
Every weekend.
You got a bunch of guys or one guy that's like your wingman that you go out with, or what's the story there?
I usually go in groups.
You going big? How big is the group?
From 2 to 10.
So you got your own little guy clique that makes it happen on, what is it, just weekends? You go out weeknights, or what do? You need to rest up to pull orders the next day?
I usually rest up on the weekdays and go out the weekends.
Where's your area of choice to go out?
Belltown, Seattle,
So you like a striped shirt, Belltown billiards goer, or what? The Axis closed down, didn't it? Where do you go?
Did it?
Yeah.
I've been known to go to Bellows and Belltown and the Bamboo Bar and Grill on Alki.
Mm-hmm. You making it happen? You getting a good response from the ladies when you get all, you're going out gear on and you slap on a little Cologne?
Gel up the hair.
My jeans are extra pre-fitted today.
You gel up the hair, you put on those, whatever you got on there.
Yeah.
Whatever kind of gay culture you have.
You getting the women excited or what? You women getting excited to see that you're out at the club that night or no? Or you just taking up space? On the air. What are you swearing on the air for? Either you know that you get the girls excited or you know you're not. Which is it? Are you just taking up space in the bar or are you making it happen? Answer me!
I dressed to impress.
I didn't ask that, Terry. I assumed that he's trying his best.
Right.
I'm asking if you're finding that you're having successful nights of making the women interested in you or not.
No successful nights yet.
Ever?
Yeah.
You've never had one night where you're like, wow, if I could have that night back over and over again, I'd be loving life. There's never been one night?
I'm afraid not.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. All that work and get nothing. It's too bad.
What's the problem? What do you need to work on? Are you not good?
Communication skills.
You're not good at talking to women.
Yeah.
Do you try?
I've attempted.
What do you say?
Yeah. Like if I were to come up,
comes to my mind. I don't know.
That worked for you.
Whatever comes to his
mind. But girls don't seem to be responding to you.
Not really. Mostly just like a friendly conversation. Nothing that.
All right. Well, maybe you don't pull them out of the club and make it happen that night. But do you get any numbers or what?
Nah.
Nah. So if I came up to you and said, "Hey, how are you tonight?" Whatever, you wouldn't be able to try and pull me out or anything.
What he's saying is, no women come up to him, and when he goes up to them, it's just a disaster.
Disaster.
Is it just a disaster, Ryan, or what?
What's that?
When you go up to women and try to make something happen, is it just a nightmare or what?
No,
I wouldn't go nightmare, T-Man, but what's right below nightmare?
Right.
Bad dream.
Yeah.
So what happens when you walk up to women? What is it like for you?
Well, it depends on how much I've had to drink.
Mm-hmm. You're a big drinker, so you're loaded by like 10, and that's when you get really stupid, or what?
No, I mean...
Your eyes start crossing, and...
It's easier to talk to them when you got a little of that liquid courage.
That's what a lot of guys think.
Right. But it usually backfires, doesn't it? Because
a lot of times, yes. Some guys actually can come across more interesting when they're got a little bit in them. But the majority of guys just become completely ridiculous.
Yeah, I understand.
When they get a lot of drinks in them and they get that overwhelming courage that just makes them look like fools.
Right, and creepy and gross.
Creepy and gross, Terry wants to tack on to the fool aspect, yes. So you're all of the above, Ryan?
Yeah.
Yes. When was the last time you had sex, Ryan? Don't lie. Don't lie.
I'm a virgin.
You're a virgin.
Yeah, that's surprising.
No.
Now, are you a virgin by choice, or is this the way that it's just all worked out for you?
Not by choice, just doesn't work out.
So if you could find the hottest girl, whatever club you're at this weekend, and she says, yes, I want to have sex with you, you're doing that in a heartbeat?
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you not a real attractive guy, or are you? I mean,
I have a MySpace.
Yes.
I can't wait.
You have a MySpace?
Yeah, you can check it out yourself.
Well, don't tease us like this. Tell us what it is immediately.
Oh, yeah. Put them on hold.
Whoa!
Hang on there, Ryan. So, Pasty can jump on the line and get your MySpace, okay?
Give it to all the ladies. Maybe they'll be interested in him.
Unless you want to give it now over the air, as Steven suggested, so maybe some women out there can email you.
Yeah.
Or maybe this has been Ryan's strategy all along, to play all humble, to play all I'm not getting anything happening, knowing his pictures are pretty damn decent. And then women will be like, oh, he sounded so, like, the kind of guy I need, who's not getting all the response from all those hoochies.
Maybe we could even hook him up with Kendall. They'd be a match made in heaven.
Wow, Terry's trying to pull it off like that. Ryan, do you want to give your MySpace over the air or what?
I really don't care. If you want it over the air, I'll give it to you.
I think you do.
Yeah.
So why don't you just do it already?
What do you need my email address?
Yeah, why don't you give us that? We'll search for it by email.
All right, it's Ryan McFar, MCFAR 22 at yahoo.com.
Stephen's punching away.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it is. Easy, Stephen. How's he doing, Stephen, looks-wise? Is it just an outright shame or what?
Well, it's shocking he's not been late.
He'd lay him right now. It's tough to get laid with the last name McFart.
Well, he does, now that I look at his photos, he has a little wife beater with LA Gear on it. So that looks like he's
high school.
That was in high school. He wants to make sure that's clear.
Yeah,
now,
but high school was like 3 years ago for you.
But as I suggested, these pictures are not just a complete wreck. Am I right, Stephen?
I wouldn't say complete wreck, no.
So Brian McFart looks okay.
Ryan.
He looks fine. All the pictures are...
Ryan, I'm sorry. I got the McFart right, yeah.
Who's this girl you're in this picture with?
What's that?
You're in a picture with a girl here. What's the deal there?
That's Cindy McQueef.
Which one?
Whoa!
There's only one picture of a girl on here.
Really? There should be two.
Oh, geez.
I only see
Anyway,
one.
that was taken down by Tom. Anyhow, Ryan McFart, hang on. You have won tickets to Summer Jam.
Congratulations.
That gets you backstage with your LA Gear wife beater. And what are the two girls that you have pictured on your MySpace? What was that?
I'll wear the LA Gear for you.
Oh, please do. Yes. Make sure it's a formal one. Anyhow, congratulations on that, and I'm sure you giving out your MySpace. These are his pictures.
Yeah.
Well, there it is. There's Ryan McFart. Yeah. You got a police officer's uniform on. Are you a cop?
No.
Oh, it's like a
fireman.
It's a fireman. Yeah.
Fireman, yeah.
I'm one of the Village People team members.
Whoa!
He could be, actually, looking at these pictures. But, and I got an email from him wanting the...
I'm sure there are some pictures out there. These pictures are appealing to some lady out there who would like a Ryan McFart Happy Meal. So, hang on the line, and we'll take your information. Congratulations on your big win. Yes, well done, sir. Well done. See you finally. Perseverance. You made it through now, and now you're going to Summer Jam.
Woo!
Yes.
What station takes Ryan McFart and plops him right in the middle of Auburn for Summer Jam?
What's that?
Okay. We'll fill the blank for you. Let's keep 93.
Yeah.
Yes. Sounds hot.
LA Gear wife beater.
There it is.
Awesome.
The T-Man. This is absolutely so intense that it's almost to the level of being unbelievable.
Oh, really?
But it does exist, and we have to deal with it as such. Now, let's recap from the beginning what's happened on today's program in case you missed it. Oh, are you missing a doozy, ladies and gentlemen? First off, before I even came into the studio, Kendall broke my my headphones.
Right.
Our summer intern, Terry, who is here to assist and learn as much as possible about this fascinating radio business, and she's doing a good job at that. Broke my headphones before I even walked in. I'm on my backup pair, Terry.
Right.
Which are not near the quality that I need them to be. I need to hear everything I say with absolute brilliance, said so perfectly in each ear.
Right.
And yet I'm having trouble doing that. So then she went on eBay and she put a bid in for a used pair.
Well, they're not sure if they're used.
Somebody's greasy ear juice on them because the ones I use are out of production, and I don't know how I'm going to make it through the week now. So I thank you for that. Then she tells us what a bad day she's been having, and we looked at the clock, and it was 10 minutes after 6.
Right.
You remember that, Kendall? Yes. And then, apparently, even before I got in this morning, Terry, because I get in, the show starts at 6, I get in around 6:01.
Right.
And she confided in you about something that her grandmother and her had going on, as far as her grandmother questioning whether or not she should be on this program. And then I read the email that she sent. It's not even just questioning, Terry. She's demanding that Kendall leave the program. And after reading this email, I don't know how she can stay, Terry.
Wow, really?
After Kendall just printed out this email for me and showed it to me, the fact that Kendall is even considering staying on this program to me is absolutely absurd.
Wow.
Wow.
Not that I agree with anything that necessarily is on this email.
Right.
But the fact that she wrote it and feels this way.
Mm-hmm.
Kendall, you have no choice but to make this your last day, actually your last segment on the show. Okay, that's how I see it.
Granny.
All right? Granny has stepped up and made it clear about how she feels. That if you just brush that aside, and if you just continue on with the program as if this letter doesn't exist, well, you are a more fascinating person than I ever imagined, because I could never imagine continuing on the program after reading what I just read if this was directed at me.
You're almost ready to quit yourself.
I think I'm going to quit if Grandma feels this way.
Whoa,
Yes.
really?
Terry, this is some serious stuff.
Can I have your office?
Well, I knew it was serious. I mean, but
Get him
now
up.
that you've read it,
Can we TV?
Quitting the show, but I'm going to keep my office.
Can I have your licorice?
you guys.
You always take my licorice anyway.
That's true.
Yeah.
I have a big tub of licorice. I might as well just put Hot Shot's name on it.
Big tub.
Well, no, I
People
said
with their grubby little hands in there.
I said I knew that it was pretty serious because when she talked to me about it, she was, concerned. But now with you actually reading it,
You haven't read it, Terry?
no.
So I have the email in my right hand. Now it's my left. Now it's my right.
Wow.
And
How do you do that?
see how you do that in radio? Make sure you get that down. Make sure you write that in your what I did for my summer internship.
You're like David Copperfield.
I don't care how many credits they're giving you for this summer internship, and I know you're not doing it for the credit. But you can call the University of Arizona right now and tell them it didn't work out, and you cannot continue on with your summer internship, and you're just going to make up the credit somewhere else, unless they can give you, how much time did you do here? 2 weeks? Maybe you can get 1/8 of one credit.
Wow.
Because you did put in that time. But this, as far as I'm concerned, you should be able to announce right now that this is your last segment as far as it pertains to your summer internship, because Grandma's email here is so damn intense that you have no choice.
When grandmother's email.
I'm telling you to quit. Quit! When Grandma emails, it's serious, Terry.
Yeah, sounds like it.
You're telling me you want to continue on after reading this email? You read this email, right?
Yeah.
And what are your thoughts on this?
I don't know.
I mean, your grandma's wrong, but this is the way she feels. And the fact that you're considering continuing on after reading this email is beyond me. Now, let me read the email.
Ooh.
And we can all judge for ourselves.
Can't wait.
Maybe Stephen will have a comment.
I'm excited.
Maybe
can't
Terry
wait.
will have a comment.
Is she writing you out of the will?
That's probably already done. That doesn't matter.
The fact that you don't mind being such a disgrace in your grandmother's eyes, whether it's valid or not valid, and I don't believe it's valid, but she still feels that way. The way she phrases it and puts it, the fact that you just ignore that is amazing. Not that she's right, because she's not. I think I've made it very clear now, right?
Yes,
okay.
you have.
Well, your parents need to talk to her, probably.
Someone needs to talk to her.
Well, but it's kind of hard because her parents probably are, they're
They
not.
agree, yeah.
Do you want me to talk to her, Kendall? I'm still willing to talk to her. I'll say, Grandma,
That's okay.
you just make cookies and shuddy.
Well, but you know what? That Kendall may want to consider that because maybe once she meets you, have a nice little sit-down luncheon. Hey,
Especially when I
Granny.
throw out there, just make cookies and shuddy.
Yeah, that'll go
love
over
that.
really well.
I don't know that Grandma's role, any grandma across the board. I'm putting all grandmas in one pot here, Terry.
Okay.
I'm very confident that this is the way it should be. Grandma's role is not to be judgmental, okay?
Right.
Because there's so many generations removed from their grandkids that it's not their role to be judgmental. They really don't know what's going on from the perspective of the new granddaughter generation. That
Right.
they should be judgmental, all right? Mm-hmm. That's why 99.99% of grandmas out there know not to be judgmental because they really don't get it and they acknowledge that.
Right.
But here we have a different situation when she should be just making cookies and shutties and she's not.
Cookies and shutty.
Keep working on that sweater and pipe down.
Maybe it's her crafty way to get summer jam tickets.
I don't remember calling my grandma asking if it was all right for me to get hot.
Oh, yeah. I don't recall that either.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
I was able to make that decision on my own.
Wow.
What decision did I make? I don't get high. Not anymore.
You're right, though. It's not the grandparents' role to be doing that.
Right. I didn't call grandma for advice. Now a father or a mother is different. They're a little bit closer to the situation. But please, just because she figured out how to email doesn't mean she should be judgmental on your life.
Yeah, you have parents to do that.
You have parents to do that. Your parents are perfectly well-functioning, thinking beings, right?
They're happy to judge you.
I wish I could go back to 6th grade when I taught her how to use it, and
You wish you could flash back to that time and wish you never taught her how to use email.
Mm-hmm.
You had email in 6th grade.
That's crazy.
I had a Rubik's Cube. Boy, times have changed.
Well, times have changed, and you'll realize that much more when you hear this email that I'm about to read, and this will be the last reference we make to you on the program as far as I'm concerned, because you have no choice but to quit. And if you don't quit, this is very wrong of you.
Doing you a favor.
I'm doing you a favor by reading this. I'm glad you gave it to me. I'm glad you printed it out. I'm glad we can discuss this. I'm glad you want to discuss this.
I didn't really have an option, but it's okay.
You have an option. You have an option to quit right now and just take this email with you. I won't even read it. We'll forget all about it.
No.
He told you don't have to print it out.
I told you could quit before the show even started. You always have an option. You're not a prisoner here.
Okay, I know.
Apparently you are a prisoner.
Well, let's go. You want me to read it or not?
Yeah, go on.
Then don't say you don't have an option.
Okay.
Your option is here. I'm extending it to you. Grab it and leave and say, hey, call it a day.
No.
Call it a life on this program. No. Well, then after you hear the email, then as far as I'm concerned, you have no choice. And maybe when you hear me read it to you, you'll realize that. Especially when I play this dramatic music.
Oh, jeez.
Her grandma's MySpace says I hate Cube as well.
Wow.
Her and the other have an I hate Cube club.
Dear Kendall.
It says Dear Kendall. Wow.
No, there's nothing to start off with it. Not even a hello, granddaughter.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't say Dear Kendall.
It says nothing.
Yeah, it's pretty...
Doesn't even address
She gets
it.
right into it, yes.
So you're a nobody now.
Just listen, Bunt.
Listen, Bunt.
I want tickets to the Cuba Cube or you're dead.
Oh, geez. It took me 24 hours for me to write this letter. In that time, I questioned why I wanted to write it. But the answer was because I love you. And as your grandmother, I feel I have the right to advise you and have the duty to tell you what's in my heart.
Diddy.
Well, that's where she's wrong.
I bet you don't love the program after hearing that.
Watch Wheel of Fortune tell you all about it, and that's where it ends. You know how I feel about that T-Man show.
She said that T-Man show?
I thought it was wise of me not to listen to what I knew might upset me. But yesterday something compelled me to turn it on, and I must say I was horrified by what I heard. To hear your pubic hair discussed in public made me sick to my stomach.
Your pubic hair, huh? Let's call her back.
She actually wrote pubic hair?
Why don't we discuss... Oh, I remember. We discussed her shave status. Yes.
Right.
Kill the music. Kill the music. Kill the music.
Well, and actually, it wasn't specific. I mean, it was just a pretty random question because of a texter, right?
It was a pretty innocuous question, Terry. It was pretty harmless. It was just asking her what her shave status was, and we asked her if she was a shaved woman in that area of her being,
right?
Or if she was a woman with a landing strip, or just went natural 70s kind of angle,
right?
And that was all it was. There was to it,
right?
That was the end of it. It wasn't a prolonged discussion.
And she was pretty. I mean, she gave her little, quick whatever.
Answers, yeah.
And believe me, I can acknowledge how Grandma can't relate to that kind of discussion. But honestly, I think we've progressed as a society, and I'd rather live in a world where you don't have to be embarrassed to discuss your pubic hair. Now, Grandma can't relate with that. But I think we're all better off that we don't have to feel all embarrassed about discussions like that.
Right. Your body's okay,
People
really.
do discuss their shave status these days.
Yeah?
That's the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
And being generations removed from that, she can't relate to that. So she was horrified. And she was embarrassed to hear her granddaughter discussing that. But that's what granddaughters these days talk about.
Yeah, we didn't make it dirty, Grandma.
Yeah.
That's kind of question. Her body's a wonderland.
Is your body a wonderland, Kendall? Would you like to tell about that right now? Oh, jeez.
My body's a Wonder Bread.
More than one.
Yes.
And it's rising.
And the yeast has risen.
Oh, yeah.
Kendall, what do you... Oh, let me start the music again. Kendall, what do you hope to gain from a shameful situation like this? And how could you bear hearing Matt being called an ogre?
All good questions.
Obviously.
I'm answering to her right now on the radio.
What was that?
I'm supposed to be answering?
No, you don't have to answer if you don't feel like it.
You did the dramatic pause. I thought I was.
Oh, see, she's learning.
The dramatic pause is just don't tease her right now, Terry, please.
Sorry.
The dramatic pause was, you're still learning, by the way, too.
I know.
All right.
I know.
On a very slow curve.
I know. Every day.
Obviously, the pause that I had there was just obviously me realizing that she didn't hear the part on the show where you talked about that this great boyfriend that she so much worships being in your life is A, no longer in your life, and B, a guy who hit you. So the guy that she reveres, the guy that she loves so much, your boyfriend, that she hated being heard called an ogre, turned out to be a bastard that hit you, right or wrong. Did he hit you or not? Were you lying?
He pushed me. But...
Well, that's hitting as far as I'm concerned. Anytime a man puts his hands on a woman, that's hitting. You want to argue semantics, that's fine. Did he hit you or not? Are you broken up with him or not?
We are broken up.
Did he turn out to be such a great guy after all?
No.
So, in the end, who turns out to be the great guy? That's right! Good answer! But unfortunately, you cannot go on with the show anymore. After this, I mean, this letter goes on and on. Let me see. It just goes on and on. She goes on to say that don't believe anything I say. I'm misleading you. You know already that their words are worthless. And that's the way she feels. And if she feels that sincere about that, and she feels as convinced about that as it sounds, and you know that she feels that way, you can't continue on with the summer internship. That's it. I mean, that's it. Please think over what I have said. Remember, I do love you so much, and that is what is so painful to me. Signed, Grandma. So at this time, I'm prepared to listen to your announcement of resignation from your summer internship based on this email that has come in that cannot be ignored. I loved working with you. But as I said, you have but one option here. And I almost am at the point where I can't allow her any other option, Terry. Knowing that this email exists. You don't need this, Kendall. Now, fortunately, my grandma loved every second of this show. Yours doesn't. So based on that, I am prepared to hear your resignation, and we'll shake hands and we'll call it a day. And your waitressing job, you have that, right? Right? What's the matter?
Can she intern, like, for the rest of the station, like putting up banners?
As far as I'm concerned, she can.
To continue her credits?
Absolutely.
All right.
If you can make an arrangement with that, I'll help you do that with Eric Flowers and Shellard Hart and all those fine feathered people.
Oh, yeah.
But as far as coming in here every morning, it's just not worth it. So I'm ready to hear your resignation at this time. What are you shaking your head no for? You cannot. I'm not even going to allow you to say no. I'm going to fire you. I'm not. I may have to fire her, Terry.
First intern ever fired.
I know.
What's the matter?
When do
Say
interns
something.
ever get fired?
What? Are you going to cry? That's what you're going to do now? That's the answer? You want me to call Grandma? What do you want me to do? Just please lean in and speak.
Fire me. I'm not going to quit.
Does that make it easier on you if I just fired you?
I don't want you to fire me.
Well, you work for Powers, it'll be great.
Yes.
Hey, can you put a banner on Harry's face, please?
Oh, geez.
I'm tired of looking at it.
I don't know if you have that much O-tag to cover them all, but...
See, what's disappointing about the grandma letter is that she's still the sweet girl that grew up with these people, and I don't know,
Why?
I mean, she's not changing her lifestyle or anything like that, is she?
Now, you can sit there with a box of tissues all morning, but sooner or later you're going to have to speak. Do you need to have a situation where you're crying with hovered over a full box of tissues every morning? Is that what it's going to be?
No.
You want to continue to come on every morning and make your grandma feel this way?
Not if you don't want me here.
Well, that's
not even the point.
But it's not just your grandma, it's your dad, right?
It's not that it's your grandma doesn't want you here. You're worried about me not wanting you here. Shouldn't be your concern. Obviously, what we just heard, your grandma doesn't want you here.
Well, you can't live your life by what everyone else thinks, and I love being with you guys. So if you don't want me here, that's fine, but I want to stay. I don't want to work for anyone else here. I love you guys.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, not that I wouldn't want to work for them, but I want to work for you more. Okay.
Terry.
Yes.
She's on a real pickle.
Yeah. She's put us all in a pickle.
She has.
We're one big pickle.
Oh,
Wow.
extra vinegary.
Whoa.
Terry, I've never had this situation in my career. I have to be honest about that. I'm not sure the absolute or the best protocol. I'm not sure with the best way to handle this. I'm tempted to just fire her based on the fact that she won't announce her resignation. I'm really tempted. I'm this close to doing it, and yet I'm not able to pull the trigger because I'm not sure what the right move is here. I'm not completely with every single answer, apparently. I'm learning that more and more.
The burning bush has spoken.
No, he hasn't.
That's a unique situation because most interns are like out on their own. They're in college and they can make their own decisions. But she still has the strings attached to the family, so it's a tough situation.
Well, and she is trying to do it on her own, but again, yeah, I mean,
but when the parents, pay for your school still and you're still attached.
I don't want to read another email like this. I didn't want to read this one.
Right.
It's a nightmare. How could you sit there and not say you're going to resign after me reading what I just read and your grandma feeling the way she feels? She finds us despicable.
A lot of people do.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a new
And
situation.
I'm well
for you,
aware
I'm
of that.
sure.
Absolutely. But that's not a direct link to what we do every day. The people that find us despicable just move on with their lives and find some other hack show to listen to, and I'm sure that makes them happy. Fortunately, there are enough people out there that, whether they find us despicable or not, are listening that we're the #1 morning show in Seattle. I'm sure she's a new fan. If she's out there listening, Kendall won't let me call you because she won't give me the number. But I'm about to ask information for Grandma's number.
For Grandma's.
And go over her head and talk to you.
She got Grandma's number, by the way.
Look under judgmental Grandma.
Right.
Oh, there's only one.
Well, then that limits it.
Yeah, I talk to my mom every day about my pubic hair situation.
Oh,
It's no big deal, really.
That's the example she uses, that she was horrified to hear me questioning you about your pubic hair situation. When you're in your little sorority, not only do you guys discuss your pubic hair, but full examinations go on every night, I'm sure.
Help each other shave, probably.
And torture.
Oh, Stephen.
Not only in that kind of friendly little giggly environment, but I'm sure there are moments where you torture each other using pubic hair as a means.
That's never happened.
I'm not so sure. Anyway, what are we going to do about this? This letter is what it is. It exists. We can't ignore it. What?
Move on with our lives and forget to.
I don't know if I can just move on with my life. She can move on with her life. I don't know if I can move on with mine, Terry.
I see it, yeah. I don't think she's really moving on. She's in denial.
I may have to take some listener advice on this one. Why are you raising your eyebrows like that? I'm not ready to move on with this. Maybe you are, as I said. But when I'm in doubt, I go to the listeners.
It's not just going to go away, Kendall.
This doesn't just get swept under the carpet. Maybe you're able to. I'm not. It's T-Man versus Grandma.
Uh-oh.
And Grandma wins, as far as it pertains to you. So take off the headphones and go.
Was that a command?
Do you want it to be a command? It sounds like you want it to be. You want me to fire you to make it easier on you? Because if that's what it takes, I'll do it.
No.
If that's what you're looking for. If you don't have the wherewithal to step up and say, yeah, I resign, I need T-Man to fire me, then I'll do that for you. If that makes it easier on you.
It doesn't make it easier. Make everything worse. Just let.
This is so awkward. Why is everything in this, basically on this show these days, awkward, Terry? Everything about this show, from the beginning of it, has been absolutely awkward. Everything, you know what? Everything in my life has just been utterly awkward.
Never a comfortable moment.
There's never been a moment where I felt comfortable. And it just seems like it'll be that way for the rest of the time.
Girls make everything difficult.
You'd think I'd be comfortable already with the fact that it's always so awkward.
Right.
You never get comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Are you going to say anything? Am I going to get any idea of what you're going to do with this situation?
I'm going to sit here the rest of the summer.
You know what the end result of this is, Terry? One thing I can guarantee you, one thing I know for absolute certainty.
What's that?
No more girl interns.
Oh,
yeah. She's ruined it for everyone. Wow. Not worth it.
I agree.
Jeez.
Guy interns, you don't have this problem. I'm sorry to say, Terry. I hate to have to divide it down gender lines.
Lurch was great. Well, think about like Vinny. I mean, he's not an intern, but I mean, how much drama do we have with Vinny?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be none.
Oh, none.
Wow. Let me go to the phones. Vicky, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Vicky.
Is this T-Man?
Yes. Hello.
It isn't T-Man.
All right.
Because T-Man wouldn't give her advice to quit. T-Man would say, stand up for your rights.
No.
Person.
No.
Yeah. No, she's a wonderful girl. She's a wonderful girl. She's standing up.
That's what she's counting on. She's counting on me fighting this with her, and that's not the way I feel. I feel if Grandma feels this way, as much as I've made it clear how much I disagree with her, that she's way off. Grandma shouldn't be judgmental. She is. She's out of bounds as far as her grandma duties are concerned.
Well,
but that's
her
not the
duties are to love her granddaughter. She's got a good girl there. It's obvious. It shows through. She's got a good. Kendall's her goodness shows through on the show. She is who she is. She's doing what she wants to do.
Yeah, but you told her she was bald as an eagle down there.
Well, you know what?
Yes, you did. You did. And you embarrassed your grandma, and that's the way she feels. I can't say
Terrified
that
of hair.
She's making the decision that she wants to make for herself. It's not anyone else's decision.
So is Kendall also endangered?
She's an endangered species on this program. She's an endangered species on this program, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Because if she sticks to the stance that she won't quit, Terry, I may have an announcement tomorrow morning that I fired her. I don't know. I have to feel this one out. I cannot make a decision right now. And the fact that I can't make a snap judgment on this bothers me.
Okay.
Because I'm usually able to make a snap judgment. So it's really, I'm wrestling with it. And I don't like that feeling.
Right.
I usually am a quick decision maker. And they're usually wrong, but I usually make my decisions quickly. And the fact that I'm not able to pull the trigger on firing her right now bothers me. I'm almost thinking she's looking for me to fire her. And if that's the case, if I really get that sense, it'll happen in a heartbeat.
Right.
So just give me one inkling that you're looking for me to make it easy on you and fire you right now, and it's done.
One little twinkle of the eye.
Give me one little twinkle of the eye. Do what you got to do to show me that, and I'll make it happen for you. Is that the case?
That is not the case at all.
Well, then we got a problem.
Well, are you going to be talking to your grandmother about this? And
While we got the problem, give me some coffee.
Avoiding her at all costs.
Even though I don't drink coffee.
Yeah, it's like I can pour it out. Throw it in your face.
Tell you how bad it was.
The T-Man.
Hey, yo, what's up? This is Ice Cube.
Ray.
Yeah.
What can I do for you this morning, sir?
Yeah, I just had an opinion on what's going on with Kendall.
Okay.
First, I wanted to say you're way off base. You know, you should be supporting her, not telling her what you're telling her. You know, Grandma's opinion...
I don't feel that way. I'm telling you the way I feel.
No,
I disagree
know,
with Grandma's opinion.
I
think
saying.
she's making the wrong decision, though.
Well, you know what the thing is that she's an adult and she has a right to make her own decisions.
And I understand. If I didn't feel that way, I would have fired her.
But as much as you love and appreciate Grandma's opinion, it's just...
I don't love and appreciate Grandma's opinion. You're wrong on everything you're saying.
I'm saying, as far as it doesn't matter. Grandma's opinion is Grandma's opinion. Not every single decision you make in life is a popular one.
But when you're breaking the heart of Grandma so badly, as it obviously is very clear that she is, that has to be taken into account. And I'm telling you, Kendall, you're making the wrong decision. You should have stepped down by now. You should have been driving home by now with Cube 93 in your rearview mirror, or trying to arrange some other avenue for you to do your summer internship that's not on this program. And I'm still sticking by that. You are making the wrong decision by saying you're staying on and you're just going to sweep this email under the rug. That's the way I feel. Even though I disagree with everything that's written here. Doesn't change the fact that it was written. And you're not going to change Grandma's opinion. You're making a mistake.
Gold star in your opinion. I'm sticking to it. And for right now, this is the right decision.
And I'm going to...
We're done.
So we're done.
So we're done.
Wow. Telling me we're
She's
done.
telling you, yeah.
Yes. And we are. She's right. We are done as far as that's concerned. Next caller.
It's the first day.
Smells a bond.
No, this is the first day that the listeners are behind me, and let's just keep going to the call.
You like that?
For once, I got
Rallying
support.
for her for once. Yeah,
got listeners
it is
behind
cool.
you.
For once, the listeners behind me, and for once, T is against me. So this
I'm not
is,
against you, Kendall. I'm just saying you're making the wrong decision.
Well,
that doesn't
that's
mean I'm against you.
Is
my
it-
decisions. And
I'm
the
again.
decisions of
I
who
disagree
am,
with
so-
your decision. Absolutely.
Is it because you, T-Man, it's not necessarily out of the respect of the grandmother's opinion, but is it just for the family to say, for her to stay in good graces with the family? Is that why you're telling her that?
If she knows her grandma feels this strongly about it, Terry,
Mm-hmm.
and it bothers her to such a degree that she wrote this email that I read,
Right.
and she is just able to put that out of her mind and go on with it as if it doesn't exist, I think that's a mistake. And even though you know your grandma's way off, to just not acknowledge it at all by resigning, I think that's the wrong decision.
Okay.
Whether it's going to better your relationship, I don't even know if that's necessarily the point. Because I don't even know if she quits, she may have a worse relationship with her mom. She may, with her grandmother, she may resent her. How does your mom feel about this?
My mom loves you.
Oh, really?
If she
Well, she
could come
got good
down
taste.
here and sit in the seat every day, she would.
Oh, she will.
That is-
Well, I'll tell you what, when I fire you, then we'll have her here. How about
Oh,
that, since she
yeah.
loves the show
She
so
can
much?
be the
And
intern.
actually, now that I hear that, Mom overrules Grandma. I don't care what Grandma says.
Oh, sure. Okay, that makes sense.
But it's not your... All right, whatever.
It's not my mother's mom. It's my
Right.
father's mom.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
So she probably hates your mom, too.
Well, that you have to take into account.
Yeah.
Your mom knows how your grandma feels, though?
Yeah, she knows.
She doesn't care?
Mom loves the show.
Is your mom a big one?
No,
Does she want some?
I don't know where I got mine.
Because she's such a big fan, maybe I can put her in boot camp.
Wow.
We could do that.
Mhm.
She'd love that.
Is that right?
Would she?
I don't.
How would
actually
Grandma
have
feel
no
about
idea.
that?
Oh, yeah. Let's call up Grandma.
You're on the air.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey. I think Kendall should follow her heart. I mean, I've made some choices that weren't exactly popular, but my life is excellent right now. If you sit down and talk to your grandma and say, hey, you know, I know that you're
No. You were right up till that point. She's not going to sit down into Grandma and explain her side of it that makes Grandma go, you know what, you're right. I've changed my opinion.
You can't change a 70-year-old's opinion.
How you feel, but
70 years
this is my
old?
life that I'm gonna do what I
What
feel is best.
70-year-old thinks they have the right to understand the world as it is today to give their granddaughter advice like this?
Yeah.
What grandma steps in with such dogmatic opinions like this as it pertains to today's world, Terry?
Yeah.
Give advice to
don't
a
know.
50-year-old, not a 20-year-old.
Maybe you give advice to a 50-year-old if you're a 70-year-old, because you understand maybe as the world relates to them. We don't all of a sudden pretend like you understand the way the world works for a 20-year-old. You hear that, Grandma?
Which drugstore has the best deal on Metamucil? That kind of stuff.
That maybe you give some advice. If your granddaughter asks you your opinion on Metamucil, maybe you offer her that bit of
They still make that?
your worldly
Yes.
knowledge.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
Kale pectate, which color is the best?
right.
White bine's better. Maybe you take Grandma's advice and she offers it on that. They go with this pink stuff. It's not as effective. Tastes a little better. You lose a little of the effectiveness. Maybe Grandma can fill you in on that. But as far as it pertains to conversations about your bush, is not her arena.
She has a bush now?
Stephen, your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly there.
Do you also agree that Kendall has made the wrong decision, as I have said, and the listeners are coming up against me on it, that she has made a terrible mistake by not accepting the moment when she should have resigned, and that moment exists every moment that passes, by the way. That is not just a one-moment thing. You can decide halfway through this segment or at any point of this day or days to come that it's time for you to realize this is wrong for you based on what you read here in the email. Do you agree with me that she's made a terrible mistake there,
Well,
Steve?
the email's very harsh. I mean, I think she made a mistake in not addressing it with her grandma. I mean, she needs to
You
take
can't
care of that.
address it with Grandma.
I think she needs to take care of
That
it.
can't be done. That's
But she-
pointless.
But she's a grown woman, and she should make her
Oh,
own,
she
own
is.
decision on this. So.
Oh, she's grown.
Yeah, Grandma.
Yeah, I'm growing right now.
Wow. Grandma's not going to appreciate
You don't
that
need
comment.
this. You don't need that. Now we're just going to taunt your grandma.
You're going to get another email that says, I really
Oh,
didn't appreciate those
Grandma,
men
she
growing." Hearing those men.
Steve. You're on the air, Steve.
Hey,
What's up?
draw the line for, where Grandma stops.
Hmm?
Yeah, where do you draw the line? Where do
you draw the line when it pertains to Grandma?
Yep.
Well, it seems that I and the people out there's opinions differ on this one, and I surprised some people with my opinion on this one. But that's the way I feel. I can't change the way I feel, Terry. I just feel the way I feel.
Right.
All of a sudden, something hits me, and I still feel the same way. It's not like I've been persuaded any differently.
Well, Grandma is Grandma, but she has to,
The only thing, that's a good point. The only thing that's persuaded me a little bit, Terry, is the fact that Kendall told me her mom is a complete different opinion. That actually, in my mind, makes it so Grandma has been superseded by what your mom thinks.
Sure.
Superseded. It seems like your grandma probably doesn't like your mom, though, right?
The family is divorced, so they don't talk. Yeah.
So your
parents are divorced?
They are.
Oh, they are?
Wow.
Wow. It's pretty hot.
Since I was 2.
Wow.
You wanted her more than I did.
Are they all?
Whoa, you guys!
I'm out of here.
I didn't want this bald bunt.
Yeah.
Exactly what happened.
You tricked me.
Stacy. Are you there, Stacy?
Yes,
Yes,
I am.
Stacy.
I think that if Kendall wants to keep her job, then she should call her grandma herself and let her know that it's her choice and it's her decision. She wants to be on the show. There's nothing anyone's forcing her to do, but she wants to make her own decisions, so she can
I think
be on the
Grandma
show.
is aware of that and is completely disappointed by Kendall's decision on this.
This has been going on for a year. There's been.
I was not aware of this. Now that you have made me aware of it by showing me this email, I mean, you have one choice to make. There are not two. There's one choice. And that decision is to say, T-Man, I had fun. I cannot allow this to go on any longer. Grandma wrote this impassioned email, and I must respect it, and that's that. End of story. No 3 credits at the University of Arizona is worth that.
It's 9.
Well,
9?
Then obviously you got to keep the job. I didn't know it was 9.
Oh, yeah, I'm 9.
9 credits at the University of Arizona is the equivalent of what? An art appreciation class?
No, that's 3 classes.
Fine. I don't care if it's 98 classes.
You can intern somewhere else in the building. We already told you.
I will work hard for you. I will make sure, let me put it this way. I will make sure it happens. That if you announce your resignation right now, I'll find you another spot in the building to intern and get your 9 credits. All right?
You can get Harris's water.
No.
Yeah, you can ban her for the greatest hits of every decade.
Yeah.
Bridget.
Just say no. Don't shake your head.
Bridget.
Yes.
Shaking your head really doesn't work well for the radio.
We're all looking at you going,
She's got that, like, inner emotion going that she's afraid every time she opens her mouth or she says something, it'll start the waterworks again, Terry.
Right. I understand.
Or I'll
Yes.
mess up and say botan or something else wrong. I just can't anything flipping right on the program this morning.
Don't say
I've
flip.
been doing that for...
Yes, Bridget.
Get used to
Okay,
that.
the
Yeah.
only thing that Kendall needs to worry about is that there's money involved. Now, if Grandma plans to cut her out of her will for staying on the show, then she really needs to consider it. Or else, there's nothing she can
How about I
take
make
into
my own
consideration.
money? Are you just planning on being a trust fund baby?
Oh!
What was that?
Do you just plan on being a trust fund baby? Because I don't really care about a couple pots and $1,000.
Oh, well,
This is a job.
That's all that's in the will? Well,
but you would care if it was something more.
If it was $5 million in the will.
Yeah, okay.
Sayonara, T-Man.
Would have never even worked here. No reason
Screw
to.
making my own money.
Yeah, she doesn't got any anyway.
No, because unfortunately they don't live in the day that we live in, like day to day. They're like,
Yes, obviously that's the case because she's horrified by the concept of people talking about their shaved genital status. When the reality is people are very comfortable talking about that these days, and I can understand how if my grandma Sadie, my grandma Janice was alive, they would be horrified hearing that conversation. But that's just the way the world has evolved, and I think...
just like we don't want to hear that they talk about their shave or non or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't want to know with my grandma shaved.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
I'm pretty confident that she never did.
You can't say for certain.
I don't think my grandma picked up the Lady Venus and went to town.
Yeah, but by it all falls out anyways. So.
All right, great point. Yeah, so it all bounces out.
Next caller.
Wow.
Whoa.
Well, then we move on.
You're on the air.
Liz, you're... well, it's already been said.
Lizzie.
Yes, Lizzie.
Lizzie, dang it.
Go ahead, Lizzie.
Sorry. I'm just calling because I think that Kendall is right, and I understand where T-Man's coming from, but I really think that if her grandma respected her and wanted her to do
and follow her heart that she would support her decision to be on your show, whether or not her own beliefs get in the way. She should still love Kendall and still support her. And Kendall's right. She should make her own money and rely on herself, not her grandmother or her sister, brother, whomever. I think Kendall's totally awesome for wanting to stand up for what she believes and not her grandmother.
Oh, it's the best call ever, huh, Kendall?
Yeah, thank you very much, Lizzie.
Try getting up at 5 a.m. for 10 years in a row and see how you feel about making your own money.
Oh, it is.
I'd rather have someone hand it to me.
Richard, you're on the air.
Hey, how's it going?
What's
I just want to say a little comment. You know, I feel like Kendall has a good opportunity with you guys, you know, because not everybody has the opportunity to have an internship like that, especially get paid on top of it. And I think that her grandma should realize that, you know, that she's trying to do right for herself and build a career, and she's in school and everything. And I just think that's, you know, beneficial to her life.
But Kendall's grandmother feels it's a sellout for her to do all those things with despicable creatures like myself.
And Kendall's grandma would say, well, is that the only station you can intern at?
A lowlife like me. The scum of the earth. The bowels of the planet.
Whoa.
Don't shake your head no.
I don't think that's you at all. She doesn't even know.
I think she's
you.
got me pegged to a T. To a T, man. Steve, you're on the air.
Yeah, I think that the
Great, a
problem
judge
is
of character.
Kendall's grandma's worried about what she's going to learn. In all respect, she's going to learn a lot more than what she could ever teach her, because right now you guys are teaching her stuff that she doesn't even know about. And
We are absolutely not, by the way. She may play dumb, but she knows everything that she's being talked to about, and then some.
But think about it. We all learn something from you every day. So
Is that right?
Wow.
Well,
what's the difference from her?
I just
not
have the
learning?
biggest classroom in America, Terry.
You
don't I?
do.
Wow. Campus 5.
Well, I'm just saying, though, she's going to learn stuff about life that her grandma can't teach her. So she's better off staying on the show, learning more about life, so that way she doesn't go out there and get hit by some stranger that doesn't, you know anything, you know, other than what you've taught her. She can pick up on it and not get broadsided, right?
I'm not too doubted about halfway through your call.
Yeah, you had me at never.
Yeah, Mark.
Wow.
Hello. Real quick.
Hello.
Yes, real quick. What do you got?
I was just wondering, T-Man, what would you have done if Terry's mom or grandmother or any of their hotshots or any of them would have did that?
Well, I probably would have felt exactly the same. I can't tell you about every specific situation, but just generally, this is the way I've reacted to this email. I still stand by my opinion that Kendall is making a horrible mistake by continuing on working on this program as an intern. And every moment she stays is another mistake built upon itself. But she can make her own decision, and I'm not going to fire her because she's made a decision, Terry. I'm advising her differently.
Yes.
And if your parent felt the same way, Terry, and it was horrifying her, I would advise you the same.
You already called Brenda to see if she knows how big my manitalia is.
Oh,
so
geez.
it's really tough to go downhill from there.
Yeah. Felix, you got about 30 seconds. Go.
Morning, T-Man.
Hello.
Hey, I think you need to invite Kendall's grandmother to the Cube. Maybe you guys
Throw a couple of ribs and a little chicken wing or two down her throat. She'll see the light, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this ends our discussion as far as this pertains, this subject, as it pertains to it for the
Okay.
morning. You know how I feel. My opinion will not change. I am not going to fire you unless, of course, you give me the indication that that will make it easier on you, that makes it feel like you didn't quit. I can do that for you. And that is not the case.
She's resigning.
Now, maybe our general manager, Michelle, is listening this morning and hears all this going on, and she has to step in and fire you herself. I can't control that.
The big lady.
Mm-hmm. The big lady in charge. She's not a big lady.
Well, no, but
This is the unjust cause for termination.
I didn't mean
But as
that.
far as I'm concerned now, this conversation is over.
Okay.
Whoa.
You can put the tissues away. I'm sure you'll need them sometime soon about another conversation we have.
The T-Man. He's a gay phone operator. He's so gay. He's so phone operator. And now, here's Gay. A good morning.
Good morning.
2 days in a row, gang.
Whoa. Stop
To
it.
what do we owe this extreme a pleasure?
I'm actually calling to support Kendall.
What was that?
I'm calling to support Kendall.
Yeah, that conversation's pretty much over. I guess looking at the text pages, though, it's never going to be over, Terry.
Oh, well, yeah.
Not as far as this morning's concerned. I'm just glad you didn't call to talk about your pubic hair situation, because I'm not really interested, and I don't think anyone is. I think I speak for everyone there.
Yeah, at least I'm not shaved down there. That's just nasty.
I shaved it.
Why?
Oh. Wow.
Who wants hair down there if you can get rid of it? I use a straight razor now. I have,
Really?
Yeah, I got the learning curve down, Terry.
Good job.
Not using any
Pretty
kind of... what I used to use a little scissor. That was the first way I started.
Sure. You get used to it, get it a little custom, and then graduate to the straight
Then I
razor.
went to the electric razor that was nipping at me.
Yeah.
And now straight razor's the way to go, man.
Oh, yeah.
Glad we can discuss
just
that.
get whacked.
Maybe we can call Grandma and get her tips. Guess not. Gay, we've moved on. All right?
No, I haven't.
From you!
Whoa!
Oh,
You're
wow.
so nice to me.
Yes.
Whatever. Have you seen my hair?
Oh, jeez.
Your hair?
Oh,
Yeah, it's a little bit redder now.
you dyed your hair even more red?
Yeah, yeah.
Lucky for me, I got the picture.
I don't know why he keeps emailing it.
Why would you, after all the fun we've made of you, obviously we have such an impact, of you being the redheaded, gay, obese, all the things we've called you over the years, why would you go more red?
It's actually like napalm orange.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, then it makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to do something crazy. I've never done anything like that to my hair before.
See what weight loss does?
So you did it to yourself, like a little Miss Clara? What'd you do there? You
I
went
know. I went to the farm.
You see, this is the things he's able to do now that he's able to get out and about, Terry.
You can sit in a salon chair
Mm-hmm.
and get it done.
I couldn't sit in the chair before because my back would hurt so bad. I couldn't sit there for that long a time.
That's fascinating. Anyhow, all right, so you're more redheady than ever before. Very good. Wonderful.
It's on my webpage. It's on my webpage.
Nobody has been to your webpage in years, nor are they going to be enticed to go because of your new red hair.
GayPhoneOperator.com.
Right.
You got to go there.
Man, I'm sure the site just crashed.
Oh,
All the traffic to see his new dude, Terry.
Gotta see it.
Mm-hmm. You got to see it?
Oh,
nice
yeah.
email.
Let me run over to the
Send yourself an email. That's how bad you want to see it?
Stupid.
All right, let's talk to someone who brings something to the table. Oh, dear.
He was born in the bayou.
Eating a ham sandwich.
You can say hello to
with a
him.
golden spoon. With golden teeth.
I think romantic is just sitting down and what a like this.
He's a guy looking for Miss Do-Right. And in the meantime, f***ing everybody inside. Yeah. He's high on life. And probably something else, too. And now, the most romantic man in the land.
Just chilling.
He's the ham sandwich guy.
I say what?
How could Grandma not love this?
Oh no, oh no, oh no.
Gay. Oh, gay.
Yes.
Would you like to say hello to a fellow dysfunctional family member?
Hey, ham sandwich. How you doing?
Whoa.
Maybe you could take notes, Gay, during this phone. Yeah, maybe you could take notes on how to become an interesting caller, Gay. Wow.
Why, is he doing guys now?
Oh,
huh?
You
That would
think?
make it more interesting.
You think that's what makes interesting conversation?
For me, it does.
Mm-hmm.
I talk about it all the time.
Right.
I do.
Yes.
Just don't have anybody to talk about it with. So, yeah.
Hammy.
Yeah.
Whoa, but see, man, I'm trying to get straight to the point here this morning.
Please do.
I am so sick and tired that May is out of here. I had a rough time in the month of May. I must say, if there's any men out there to agree with me on this scenario, the month of May was a bitch. I mean, from me getting into a car accident Saturday, dealing with a hit and run, from a bitch getting in my car, wiping, and when I tell you wiping, wiping a percentage of $35 out my car.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that May didn't live up to your expectations, the lofty expectations that you have for the month of May. But, yes, the calendar has been turned, and a fresh start can begin today being June 1st.
I'm hoping that June the 1st will bring sunshine, money my way, love, and respect and niceness from them women, because May did not put the job down.
Okay, so you want money from women, you want niceness. What else was in that list?
I need love.
Love and
I need
respect.
sex.
and sex and respect. Now, is it in that order you would like it to come? If they can only give one thing out of that list, what should they give?
Money. I need the cheese.
Yes, and if a woman out there is intrigued by you and wants to come up to you in the month of June to make it that much more spectacular than May was, how much money do you think should be the standard gift towards you?
As far as money,
yes. What would make you happy? What would make June a great month? What is the standard donation that a woman should make to you just for you being the ham sandwich man? How much is enough?
Well, T-Man, the way this automobile hit me and knocked my bumper from the left to the right side, I had debris all over the streets to the streets. I'm thinking for me to get a new car or to get my car fixed, I'm looking about $675 to $700.
Wow! He needs the cheese. Terry,
to get my Cadillac fixed because my Honda is now bust
down. That's a damn shame. He said, Terry made it clear he needs the cheese. If he needs it so bad, he can just sniff Gay's cooch. But that's not his style, so he would like to get it from ladies out there.
Is that smell still there?
The ham sandwich man has established that he has a way with the ladies.
Yes.
Just to keep the money flow consistent, he hasn't figured that out necessarily.
I got away.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway,
gay phone operator.
Man, I've been having a hard time pimping as far as pimping women out their money, but I tell you one thing, I would turn some major tricks to them single women out there that's looking for sex.
So basically, you're prepared to become a male prostitute. And gay phone operator has the audacity to think, Terry, that he's about to give advice to the most heterosexual man that I know of on the planet.
Right.
Gay phone operator, the gayest man I've ever heard of in my life, is prepared to offer advice. The ham sandwich, the most heterosexual man that we all know and love. How does this make any sense?
It doesn't.
How does this make any sense, Gay?
It makes a lot of sense.
Just because you want to hire Hammy for services doesn't mean you have anything to offer him.
I got an offer, an idea.
All right, let's hear it.
Yeah.
This should be a good one.
You can donate. Like, you can donate on my site at gayphoneoperator.com.
No one has donated, thankfully, in a number of years now, or at least a number of months.
I know. But still, they can still go there.
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
And I'm not finished with the month of May, T-Man.
Oh, jeez.
Uh-oh.
When I tell you the month of May was bitter and sour to me, man, trust in the plus.
Well, I don't know, Hammy. The last call you made to us, you talked about how you got some action by some mystery woman out there. I mean, it wasn't just a complete wipeout of a month for you.
T-Man, sex gonna come to me. Through thick and thin, the bust down is gonna come my way.
Okay, so you could have the worst month in the history of your life, and still you're gonna be getting your sex.
Well,
see, that's
correct.
not the case for me. Especially now that I'm married.
Right.
I'm still gonna get, but as for you going through the spirit of this drama that's cast over all of us, it's hard.
Okay, well, you got in a car accident. We know about that. But the bright side of it is you still sound as healthy as the ham sandwich man has ever sounded. All your limbs are functioning well. Your cranker's in big-time mode. So what's...
That because that's the power of that Capricorn man in me. And I don't mind running across a Capricorn woman, T-Man.
I see. So any Sagittarius guy who got in the same accident, and any Taurus or any Libra or Virgo guy is completely laid out and incapacitated. But I'm going
to bust him down.
But you being a Capricorn were able to fight through the pain.
Well, see, it was the captain that a savage to the Sagittarius don't have.
Gay's a candy corn guy.
Oh, jeez. Gay, what is your sign, by the way?
I think it's candy corn.
I'm a Libra.
Yeah, he's a Libra.
I'm a Libra. Can you make it sound any more gay? I'm a Libra. Can you have any... That is probably the gayest sign out there.
Virgo.
Oh,
yeah, but you're a woman.
Oh.
Yeah,
so it's hot. I roar like a lion, Libra.
Oh, it is. Oh, that bull. Yeah.
Whoa. I'll roar for you.
Jeez.
Anyhow, Hammy, I have every belief that because May was such a sour month for you, that it could only be that much more of a spectacular June?
T-Man, I got to bounce back this month.
Yep.
Yes.
I got to.
And if you can do one thing, if you can accomplish one major goal for the month of June, it's collecting funds, or what would it be?
Getting a job.
Getting a job.
What?
Wow.
Stop it.
Stop the world. I'm ready to
Definitely ready to get off now.
get off. The ham sandwich man wants to be a 9-to-5er.
He actually said
T-Man,
job.
It's just been so hard for me to get that out over the air. But before it was gay, I needed a job.
But Hammy, you're not a working guy. You're not the kind of guy who wants to make a regular schedule part of your life. You don't want to be going to work and at even if it's 2 o'clock to 9 p.m. or even if it's 10 p.m. till 5
T-Man,
a.m.
don't gamma scram my mind, T-Man. I need cash. I need work.
All right, well, let's help him. If he's that serious, what kind of line of work are you interested in? You want to do security? You want to do...
you could be a barista.
You want to be a barista?
Do you want at Safeco?
Would you like to be a doorman? Would you like to be an accountant? What do you want to be?
Well, I can tell you, T-Man, some of them things that you just named, I won't be able to bust that down. But you know what I'm saying? There, from my point of view, I would think that.
I think Hammy would make a great doorman. Whoa, now.
All right, welcome.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be stopping halfway through. Whoa. I said, whoa.
I don't know. I just know I just need some help for the month of June to bust it down.
All right. Well, what kind of work would you be interested in?
I don't know. It's hard for me to get a job out here.
Mm-hmm.
Can't you just go to one of those like daily labor places, right?
As far as the average person that has a bad criminal record, it's super. But hold on, let's take that back. It's super duper hard for that person to go out there and find some good work.
But
you can find the bottom of the barrel of some bust down work that you may not be qualified.
Right.
But you cannot find the work out there that you can handle because they're gonna look at it and use that against you from the trouble.
And I
Even though your trouble probably really didn't mean nothing.
Okay.
They still gonna use your trouble against you.
Make sure you say that in the interview. Now.
Well, you have to give him credit because he wants to.
He wants to get out there. He wants to hit the grind. Now let me ask.
Legally.
Now, Hammy, is what you're saying? If some fellow possible employer out there is listening, if I'm hearing you correctly, if the potential employer out there is listening, what you're saying is, even though you may have a little bit of a tainted record, you are prepared to wipe the slate clean as far as your life's concerned. You're ready to be a good, honest, hard-working individual, or no?
Man, let's switch up the screws and make it happen then.
Is that a yes? You're ready to be a good, honest, clean, hard-working guy for somebody who's ready to hire you?
Let's switch up the screws, T-Man, and let's make it happen.
Woohoo!
Well, I
would think that.
I'm going to open the phone lines again, Terry. I'm going to wander out there. I'm going to have to clear a couple of these phone lines and hope someone out there may step up to the plate and say, the ham sandwich man is the kind of guy I've been looking for. A guy ready to turn the page in his life.
Right.
A guy ready to start anew.
Sure.
Guy ready to smoke some weed in the storage room.
Oh, well, if they're hiring.
I said that out loud. Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Are they hiring still?
Might not want to do that.
Hammy, you realize smoking like a little doobie on the job is not really usually welcomed as part of a regular place of employment. You understand that, right?
See, man, everything is understood.
Because I know you have an appreciation for your weed.
These days is all about life and what can satisfy you. And I already know that sex satisfies me. You know, for an older man, he needs to be out there making it happen, and lately it ain't been no happening.
Okay, well, let me see. I have some people calling in on the phone lines. Let's see what we have out there. Josh, you've been listening. You heard the ham sandwich man, and what do you have to say?
Yeah, I can hook him up with a job.
Okay, what kind of job do you have in mind, Josh?
I drive a recycle truck for the Allied Waste.
Oh, there you go.
And what would the ham sandwich man's line of work be? That you in a position where you can hire people, Josh?
Well, no, but I mean, I'm in with the company, and it's not real easy to get in.
And you can have. Oh, jeez, what was that?
That was
Hammy just lit himself on fire hearing that. Hammy, do you hear this? The man says he can get you a job in his, what would you call it? His sanitation little area of work. Is that something that may interest you?
You dropped him, so you got to put him back up.
What happened? I dropped too.
Hammy got hung up on, but he's now back. So
he is?
Punch him up, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Luckily, he's got the hotline number. All right, what line is he on?
Oh, gee, he just hung up on Josh.
Hung up on Josh? Oh, geez. That's a bad thing.
I guess no job for you.
Sorry about your life. See you later.
See if you can get Josh on the line. Do you have his number on caller ID? Hammy.
Whoa, now.
I don't know how you got dropped off during the most important part of your call, but a guy named Josh says he may be able to get you into the waste management. Was it waste management?
Allied Waste, yeah.
Driving a recycle truck.
Allied Waste. Is that something that you may be willing to entertain as far as a day-to-day work activity for you, or what?
See, man, if it's not a problem for me to bust my way on down into that company like that, let me handle that. I don't mind handling that.
Josh? Oh, Josh?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Would you like to talk to the ham sandwich man? Maybe we can make a little work magic happen here, or what?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Go ahead, say hi.
What's going on, Hammy?
Whoa, now, man, just trying to put it down.
All right, the small talk should continue at this point.
All right.
Oh, yeah. If you're interested, I mean, I can get you in. I drive a recycle.
So only you can put the word down just as a word, or you really can bust it down for me to where I'm in there like Slim.
He wants to know how serious to take you, Josh. Can you get him a job, or is it just going to be one of these leads that leads to nowhere?
No. We need drivers really bad right now. So I mean,
But do you need a specific kind of license to get that job, or what?
Right?
Yeah.
How long would it take Hammy to get that license?
Well, you'd have to just go down to the DMV and study for a CDL.
I'm not qualified to go through that right now, T to the man.
Yeah. Homework and stuff out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you can't get a CDL, then, I mean...
What's the CDL stand for?
Combination driver's license, I think.
Yeah.
To drive big rigs.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife had to get one to marry me.
Run in. Heavy load.
But they have jobs there that aren't driving, I'm
Right.
sure.
Yeah. Don't they have something that that he could possibly do other than driving?
Puts the boxes here, the cans here, and the plastic there.
Let's see what else we have out there. Eric, you're on the air. Eric.
Oh, hey, what's going on?
What do you got for Hammy?
Oh, hey, yeah, I own a landscape company, and I could bring him on.
Hammy, you ready to get your hands in the bushes? You getting ready to put your hands in the dirt? You getting ready to lay down some fertilizer? Is that something that sound like something that may interest you, or what? Working with this guy's landscape company?
Well, T-Man, how serious is this man's landscaping company? Is it a 3-day type of job? Can I go 7 days and an extra day, even though there is no extra day to go on?
Eric?
Oh, hey, yeah, I could probably bring him on 5 days a week.
How does 5 days a week sound, Hammy?
Man, it sounds like a smile.
Mm-hmm.
But before the smile go to a doggone frown, how serious is it? Is it just some local joker, gamma scrammer trying to hit me over the head? Because I really need this. And, you know, first come,
The ham
first
sandwich
serve.
man wants you to know, Eric, that this is a time in his life where seriousness is at the absolute highest level it could possibly be at. And he doesn't want to take anyone who's just interested in him because he's a fun guy to listen to on the radio. He wants to be able to count on a job 5 days a week where he's going to work hard and someone's going to appreciate that work. Is that who you are?
I have a company, my brother has a company, and we
So
probably
you're the
could have enough work to keep him busy 5 days.
If he's willing to work hard, you're willing to keep him working hard.
Yeah.
Sounds like a match, Terry.
Yay! But Hammy, just as serious as this guy is, you have to, make sure that you're just as committed.
Yeah, Hammy, you can't be serious for a week,
Right.
and then all of a sudden week 2 comes about, and you're not as serious.
Right.
Oh,
See,
2 weeks
man,
in a row?
I'm 31 years old, and I've been serious 31.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I've been serious. Now, just because I may talk with a little funniness to my voice, trust the plus, I'm always, with the capital A-L-L, I'm always serious. But it's just that funniness, the voice, that takes that seriousness away from
Well, I think you need a little funniness on the landscaping little routes of life.
Well, and actually, this actually sounds ideal
Yes,
because he likes
Eric.
to be outside.
Do you have
and
a driver's license?
Does Hammy have a driver's license? I believe he does,
Yeah,
yes.
'cause he's not
Why does he
registered.
need a driver's license?
You may have to drive a truck.
Drive a truck?
A regular
Why?
truck, not a
like to
CDL.
go to the
Not
job
just a
site.
regular pickup truck.
But he doesn't need to have a special license.
No.
No, he doesn't need a CDL.
All right, well, maybe you guys should exchange numbers. Or at
Yeah,
least,
okay.
All right, hang on the line.
Give Pasty his
Sounds like a
number.
promising situation.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I mean, because he's
Actually,
outside.
have them
doing-
exchange numbers. Maybe they can meet up at a Starbucks. Hammy loves Starbucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hammy walks up to the homeowner. Hey, I'm 32 in the waist, hands him in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the lawn, bitch?
I say, whoa now. Caw, caw.
Puts down the fertilizer. I say, grow now, grow now.
The T-Man.
Flowers is talking to Kendall right now. Trying to find out where her head's at.
Really?
Oh.
I know. I went down the hall,
Mine's normally up my ass, so I just want to make sure yours is too.
and everybody was asking me, "Oh, is she okay?"
Some text pagers have the same kind of interest, it seems, Terry. They're chiming in with their opinions. Whatever decision Kendall makes is the right one. Who is anyone to judge what her decision is?
Right.
8:54 and 52 seconds. Somebody writes, Kendall, if you quit now, you could regret it forever.
Oh,
Your grandma can only be mad for so many years, and then she'll die. That's
the silver lining.
8:53 and 10 seconds. At least she's not a stripper. I'm sure her grandma wouldn't appreciate that, and there are tons of ladies out there doing that work. Yeah, there's always a bright side.
Always.
All right, well, you get the point. I got a lot of good stuff to give away today, Terry.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Cool.
I have a grand prize to give away for the Bic Comfort 3 Advanced Razor giveaway.
That's right. We had a couple packs.
And it's not even the people that qualified. I can give this to anyone that calls in right now. But let me tell you about this first. The only bright spot of the Mariners season thus far, as I see it, Terry.
Yes, sir.
Is second baseman Jose Lopez.
Mm-hmm.
He's a guy people didn't expect much out of. All of a sudden, he's become an established, solid second baseman. At least it looks that way. You can't be completely convinced that that's going to be the case for his whole career, but the signs are all pointing in the positive direction.
Right.
In a big way for Jose Lopez. Jose Lopez is going to be doing an autograph signing at the restaurant that I'm one of the owners of, at Sport Restaurant and Bar, conveniently located across the different space. And because it's expected there's going to be a huge turnout to meet and greet Jose Lopez,
right,
you have to buy $20 passes to get in the door, Terry. Now, I'll give away a couple of passes right now.
Oh, nice.
And after you buy your $20 pass, you can bring whatever item you want from home. You can bring your sofa. You can bring
wow, can you imagine?
Your children. You can bring any sports memorabilia you want. And as long as you get the $20 pass, he'll sign whatever you put in front of him. And that'll take place this Saturday at 11:30 to 1 p.m. The restaurant will be open for lunch long after that. But Jose Lopez will be there signing people's items from 11:30 to 1 p.m. You can go to sportrestaurant.com. That's sportrestaurant.com for more details. If you want to get yourself a pass to get in the door to meet, again, one of the few bright spots of the Mariner season, of which there are not many.
Right.
Jose Lopez is going to be at Sport from 11:30 to 1 p.m. on Saturday, this Saturday, June 3rd. But I'll give away 2 passes right now to the first caller that would like a couple.
Hold on, let me go call.
Oh, jeez. Also,
yes.
should I do this tomorrow?
Well, I mean,
I don't want to confuse people.
Yeah, spread out our
I was going to
prizes.
say, spread it out.
What is the grand prize, though? I forgot.
A $250 gift certificate to the Golf Warehouse,
wow.
courtesy of Bic Comfort 3 Advanced Razors for tomorrow.
Nice. Oh, all right.
Good.
Super.
Let me see who wants to meet Jose Lopez. You're on the air. Hello. Oh, jeez. Put that down as a maybe. Okay. You're on the air. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
I want the free passes.
Mm-hmm. Why? Are you a big Mariner or Jose Lopez fan?
My father is.
I would like his fans to be there, Terry. I would like people to appreciate. I have appreciated what Jose Lopez has brought. I've taken notice as to what this guy has done consistently throughout the year. He's got a nice batting average. Last I checked, about 280-something. And I think he leads the team in home runs. And who would have expected, considering the payroll, and you got Richie Sexson being paid gross dollars, Terry, grotesque figures, and batting 200.
Whoa.
And other players on the roster not putting up, at least as far as the expectations concerned, the numbers that were expected. Jose Lopez is one of the lower payroll guys.
Wow.
Not even close to some of the guys that are at the top of the list. And I'm pretty sure that he may lead the team in home runs. I said lead the team in home runs.
Lead the team in home runs.
Pasty, is that the case or not? Sometimes I just talk out of my ass. I'm not even sure. He's tied?
He's tied for first.
Tied for first with Richie Sexton?
Banyas.
With Banyas.
Yeah, he had a couple recently.
Banyas had one last night.
Yeah.
Okay, so Banyas tied him last night.
All right.
So there it is. I'm telling you, this guy doesn't even... I'd be surprised if Jose Lopez even makes 1/10 of what Richie Sexton makes.
Wow.
Not that I'm singling out Richie Sexton. He had a good year last year, and everyone could have an off year.
Right.
And I don't necessarily want to write him off as Dave Kingman, Terry. Who was my hero growing up, by the way.
Okay.
Struck out every time he was up unless he hit a home run. But Jose Lopez is looking like a nice, solid second baseman, and he wants to do this thing at sport. It makes him a little extra cash. He is not, as I said, making anywhere near the top dollars of the big star players, but he is looking like a solid player, and he's going to be at sport. And I would like his fans to be there, the guys that have appreciated what he's done this year. And that's you, sir? You and your dad? Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
You and your dad want to go?
Yeah, my dad really likes Jose Lopez.
Mm-hmm. How many games you been to so far this year?
Excuse me?
Too many. How many have you been to any games this year?
Oh, no, my dad's been like 5, though.
He's been to 5.
Yeah, my dad's a huge Mariner fan.
He's very supportive.
Wow,
nice
that's
pre-Father's Day gift.
And you would, is Father's Day, no, not this weekend, no. You would take your dad, it would be you and your dad going to sport.
Yes.
Have you been to Sport Restaurant yet?
No, I have not.
How dare you.
Don't hold it against
We're making
But
the
I'll eat there when I go there.
Oh, that's nice of you. We're taking the bones off the wings for you.
Yeah, I know.
And you're not showing up, dude. Where do you live?
What is your opinion for what I should get?
What do you mean what you should get?
What's your recommendation?
What I should order.
Oh, anything there is good. Everything we make is good. All right?
Okay.
You can't go wrong.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be one bum item.
I think everyone should try the boneless wings. I think they're absolutely spectacular. The fact that we sit there deboning it for you.
At the
and
table,
then actually feed it to you.
Stephen.
Yes.
You feed it to us, too.
Wow. And feed it to
Stephen
you.
is in.
Yes.
Come the choo-choo.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's all right. I want to congratulate you because you and your dad will be meeting Jose Lopez this Saturday.
All right.
How about that?
That's awesome.
I don't want to hear about any last-minute plans that cause you to not utilize these passes that I'm giving you. You'll be there, right?
I will be there.
All right. Hang on the line, dude. Congratulations.
Way to go.
Are you going to be there?
Put me down as maybe. All right.
What time?
I can't believe you said Richie Sexton's hitting 200. I mean, come on. He's 205.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Jeez. How dare you?
So he went 1 for 5 yesterday.
He may have.
He brought up
yes.
his average.
Yes.
Well, actually, 1 for 5 wouldn't bring him.
Who's our DH?
Terry, what's the question?
Who's our DH?
It's Edgar Martinez. Yeah.
Do we not have one?
Carl Everett.
Oh, yeah, Carl Everett.
Oh, okay.
Also, not exactly tearing the cover off the ball, but not the major disappointment of some of the others right now, which I believe will come around. I'm not totally down on these guys. I'm down on the team as a whole, though, Terry.
I know.
The team is just not functioning as a team should, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
As a gelled unit, you know what I'm saying? I know you appreciate a good gelled unit, Terry.
Oh, I do.
I'm gelling, baby.
Yes.
Day one.
And it all stems from the management. I hate to have to bring that into the equation, Terry, but it can't be overlooked.
Right.
I guarantee they don't lose today.
I'm sorry. I can't hide the fact that it bothers me that when you have a manager sitting on the bench like a bump on a friggin' log showing no emotion whatsoever, that's not any surprise. That's the way your team performs.
Come on, they've won 1 in a row.
That's why my true favorite team, Terry, the New York Mets, has a manager that's always on the top step of the dugout, always intense. Young Willie Randolph, Terry. I know you were a big Willie Randolph fan back in the day when he played second base for the Yankees, Terry.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I do recall.
And now he's taken that intensity and it mirrors the kind of ball club that he's managing.
Yeah.
That kind of emotion gets thrown out on the field every day, which is why you have a first place New York Metropolitan Ball Club. Yes. All right, pound 950 on the cell phone. We'll take your call.
You mean on the car phone?
On the car phone?
Yeah, car phone.
What if I only have a landline?
Yeah, I guess that'll have to be your end of the sports talk for the morning. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So you got that guy's information, Pasty?
I did, yeah.
You going to show up to meet Jose Lopez, Pasty?
I'm a big Jose Lopez fan.
You cannot be.
Out there.
You cannot be.
Oh,
The guy's done nothing wrong so far this year.
But I like my wings with bones.
Hey, yo, what's up?